And now, all right, this is the Random Shuffle. And of course, I'm your host, Ray Swavey. Guys, we have special guest on the show today. All right. Guys, we have the commentator, the co-creator of the VR podcast, the founder of the Unity Project, and we also have the Chairman Afrika, all right, new Afrikan Black Panther Party, the NABPP, Newark chapter community organizer, all right. And listen, guys, all right, this if you guys get emotional, or if you're somebody that is emotional, and if you're somebody that is very sensitive, this episode is not for you. All right, this episode is when we are going to dive in to the problems that are going on here in America. All right, welcome to the show, and of course we got our guest co-host for the evening, Bella Braga. Annoying sometimes, but we all love her, all right? But welcome to the show. Hey, I wanna thank you guys for coming on the show. I have a couple questions to ask y'all before we start. All right. My first question to you. All right, so the handle radical left thug comes straight from an insult that a sitting president used to describe people like him. And instead of hiding from it, he built a whole platform on top of it. The president of the United States called you a vermin on stage, and you turned into you turned into a username. Tell me, where and why did you take this username?
I guess basically pretty much all my usernames are made to troll MAGA, because it used to be Soros funded PSYOP. Yeah, it's a radical left thug. I don't know. It just kind of seems appropriate for what we do. You know what I mean? Why not use the president's words against them? Because they're trying to paint us out to be the domestic terrorists when we're not doing anything illegal. If anything, we're trying to build communities, help people, feed people, get clothes for people, protect people. So it's just, I just like every username I make usually is just to make MAGA upset. Basically.
Make America pissed again. All right.
Exactly.
And then and let me ask you this. So you are the creator of the VR podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
What made you come up with that idea?
We created the Voice of Reason. It's been a long process. Like, I never used to be involved in politics. Like 5 years ago, I didn't even have a Facebook account. I probably couldn't even have named the 3 branches of government. Like, that's how not involved I was. I was one of those types of people that felt like my problems were big enough, and I didn't need to take on any of the world's problems. But at some point along, I just had this idea and this epiphany, and I started writing, which led me to social media, and then just people online suggesting that I should do podcasts led me to podcasting, and I just love it as an outlet. Like, I never understood. I never thought like anybody would listen to anything I have to say. Like I was telling you before the show, like, I'm just some random guy from Pennsylvania, but I want to show people that just some random nobody like me can have a positive impact. Like, there is no qualifications or resumes for what we do. Like, all you have to do is give a shit about other people and want to better humanity. You know what I mean? That's basically all you have to do to qualify for what we do. So it just led me to podcasting, and I fell in love with it. And through that, I got popular on social media back when Charlie Kirk died, because I hated Charlie Kirk, and I made sure everybody I made sure everybody knew that. So after that, my social media kind of picked up, but I've always wanted to be considered more of an independent journalist as opposed to a content creator. You know what I mean? Because I've met so many content creators like me and Chairman Afrika. Like, I think everybody sees through our work and dedication that, like, we're about the cause, but there's so many people out there that claim to be about the cause, but really they're just about socializing and being on the internet. You know what I mean? So it's been hard to kind of differentiate the two too. But yeah, podcasting, we've been struggling for the last, 3 years now, but it just kept grinding it out and just met so many amazing people, and a lot of people just really look up to us now. So we just keep it going. Like, we wanted to quit after Donald Trump got elected. I wanted to quit everything, but because of our community, we kept forging ahead, and now I'm here with you. So Yeah, it's been a trip. It's definitely been a trip.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you for sharing that. And Chairman Afrika, man, starting a movement, starting the movement back up after 50 years, right? What made you start the Black Panther movement in Newark, and what inspired you to do that?
Um, I don't even know where to start. I'm trying to go back, but I've been since I came home from prison in 2008. When I was in prison, that's when I started studying and started reading. I mean, when I came home, I started doing work in the community. I went back to school. I even at one point worked at City Hall. I mean, trying to see how I could change the conditions in the community. Because that's what I learned when I was in prison. I asked myself, I was laying on the bunk and I asked myself, well, how did I get here? And I tried to take the steps to go back in my life to find out what mistakes I made to get there. And finally, the same thing that kept coming back was I didn't have any guidance to show me this world and how it really operates and how it works. So when I said to myself when I came home, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life, making sure people don't go back to prison. So I started working in the community. I used to go to school board meetings, council meetings. I was like entrenched in politics because at that time, all I thought was what everybody else think. If you want to change the conditions in the community, you must participate in electoral politics. You got to go deal with the politicians, the mayors, the council people. So I was entrenched in that for years. And one day I went to see my mentor, Dr. Kalfani at Essex County College in Newark, New Jersey. And he told me there was a Black Panther there. And he said, I think you guys should sit down and talk. You guys like on the same wavelength. So we sat down, we talked. His name was Shaka Zulu. So he brought me in, came into the Black Panther organization with him. And I was there for a couple of years. And after a while, I mean, we moved on from there and I became the chairman and started working in the community. It's the values. It's the values that I saw about Pantherism, what it really stood for. And when it was explained, I mean, it made sense. I can't, with me, like, if it's scientific, if there's data to back it, if it makes sense, like, I'm gonna go with it. I always go with science. I'm a sociologist by trade and a historian. So it's like I'm trained to follow evidence and like view that evidence with a clear mind, with a clear conscience, and be sincere because I want to get the right answer at the end of the day. See, most people that are scientists, that are historians, when they get data, they try to cherry pick to try to tell a story that they want to tell. I mean, a true historian studies the data, studies the history, and then they allow the story to tell them what happened. I mean, so it's like that's what I take to everything. And when I started listening to Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, listen to what they were saying, it's like they were talking to me right now about the conditions that we were going through right now. So like nothing else made sense to me after that. So I adopted those philosophies. I mean that they preach, not the individuals, but the philosophies that guided their thinking, their reasoning. I followed that, and all decisions were easy after that. So that's how I joined the Black Panther Party.
Why do you think over the years people have said that the Black Panther Party was like a terrorist group, which is not, right? When you do your history, it's not. It's the total opposite of that. Why do you
That
think people said that?
the same reason why they say communism is bad. The same, like, why would capitalists, people that live off the exploitation of other people, promote communism where everybody has to share equally in the wealth of the community? They would no capitalist would want to push communism, so they make it bad. They tell you if you're a communist, you can't own a home, nobody works under communism, people just stay home, that you're gonna have authoritarianism, they're gonna take away everything from you. But it's all lies to try to demonize it. Because communism means we all share equally in the production of what we produce all together. So if the United States, whatever we all go to work and we produce, we're all supposed to share in it. That's how you get hospitals, you get a police department that serves everybody.
Mm.
But the society which we live in, it doesn't work like that. In reality, all these things are controlled through economics. So even the police department, even the police, they don't serve the people. They don't even think they serve the people no more. They don't think we pay them. Our taxes pay their paychecks. They don't even look at us like that. They just look at us as civilians, like people that they need to control. I mean, like savages. I mean, like when they talk to themselves, they talk about us like we're little kids, we're stupid. Like when you watch a movie and they're like, the world is about to end. We can't tell the people because they're gonna go hysterical, everybody's gonna go crazy. Like who died and made you God? And this is how like these people really behave. They look at us like as if we're children. Even less than that.
You preaching. Let me ask you this before we move on to our. You preaching, brother. You preaching. What is one thing from you working in the communities, right? Being in the communities all the time. What is one of the biggest challenges that the communities need to get over in order to get to that next level?
The social construct, the lies are everywhere. Every single institution that we go to, that we grew up going through. I don't know you guys. I never met y'all before, but the schools you went to lied to you. They lied to you about who you are, what your purpose on this planet was. The TV lied to you. There's an entire social structure that's been put in place for hundreds of years to keep us slaves, to keep us stupid, fighting about ignorant stuff. Well, it's not really ignorant because in this different, like let's say, patriarchy. Patriarchy is not ignorant. Racism is not ignorant. But they create these things in society to keep us fighting amongst each other while they continue to not do nothing. Just live off our production as people, as the masses of the people. And we don't understand that. We don't see it. So like I could go outside and talk to somebody, they hear me, but they've been socialized to be who they are. So tomorrow they're gonna go back to being who they are. And nothing really changes. So really, our biggest impediment is building our own institutions. I mean, to educate us, to teach the people, to teach our children. Because as we talking now, people are having kids right now, and you're sending your children right to these schools for them to go brainwash them. I mean, what's his name? Christopher Columbus discovered America. America is a democracy. This is what they tell our children in school. America is a democracy. When they're written papers by scholars that says America is an oligarchy, which means America is ruled by the rich, is owned by the rich, and controlled by the rich. So everything else falls under that. So with patriarchy, racism, they control all of these things. They manifest all these different things that we struggle over and never really get to who the bad guy really is. I mean, so the first thing we got to deal with is building our own institutions.
Facts.
Creating our own. Got to get away from their schools, got to get away from their banks, got to get away from their jobs, stay away from their city halls, stay away from all this stuff. We got to just produce our own. It can be done, but it's like people got to be shown the way, and the people that understand this have to take on that battle of building it, because that's the hardest part. People know what we're talking about, but it's hard. It's hard to, like, if you've been born a capitalist, an individualist your whole life, and you're thinking like your only purpose on this planet when you wake up is to make money. And then somebody's coming to tell you, like, yo, we got to switch that. We got to switch that switch, and you got to become selfless. You got to live for people. You got to give your days to work and to liberate humanity. Man, people are like, what are you talking about? I got bills. Like, hold up, my rent, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, but it's like those of us that understand, that really want to change on reality, we got to start having those conversations. And we got to find out how to still survive on the plantation while we're fighting for the liberation. I mean, and most people, you got to get through the part where this is not a democracy, like you're not free. And that's the hardest part, because your whole life, the media, everybody's telling you you're free. Like you go somewhere, you tell them you're not free, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. I mean, but you got to get through that point, like all of this is a lie. And that's hard. That's very, very difficult. So that's why, like, we start with building up the institution, because you start with the generations that's coming. I mean, because the older the person is, the harder it is to even change their mind. So if you, like, we work with children every day. When you talk to the kid, like, a kid is genuine with you. Like, they know there's no biases. There's no different things in their mind. Like, if they don't want to come, they don't want to do it, they're going to be like, yeah, I don't want to come. Like, it's too much. I want to go to sleep. I want to play Roblox. They'll tell you, like, I don't know if you guys know what Roblox is, but that's a game.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, I got kids.
Yeah, they tell me. They be like, yeah, I don't want to come to camp tomorrow. I want to play Roblox. I mean, but like, if you speak to an adult, instead of them coming out and telling you like, I don't want to do it because it's hard work. They say like, I got this to do, I got that to do. They'll never come out. It's always something else. But the kids are pure, and when they see the truth and they see it day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, they're gonna be like, they're gonna identify with it, like, oh, and then they're gonna see the contradiction in everybody else. So when they're like, yo, I've been doing this for almost 20 years. The kids that first started off when I first came home from prison in '08, yo, these kids come back now to come back and talk to the younger kids. Because at first they used to fight me. I watched a couple of your clips. You do a lot of basketball. So I used to teach them basketball because they wanted to play basketball. So I used to teach them like how important boxing out was, how important cutting, like screening all. But as they go on to high school and they get to college and they hear their coaches demanding they box out, demanding they do all these things, they come back and tell the 4th and 5th graders now, like, yo, he's telling you the truth. This is what we got to do. On Friday, we had a kid. Oh, you guys are not from Jersey. We had a kid that went to Don Bosco and played at Villanova.
I know Don Bosco. I played them. Yeah.
At Don Bosco. And he went to Villanova. He was out there working with them, teaching them and stuff. And like they really didn't know who he was. So I stopped the practice, the camp, whatever. And I'm like, hey, y'all know who this is? They all looking, whatever. I'm like, yo, what school did you go to? He was like, Don Bosco. I was like, what college did you go to? They were like, Villanova. So they started like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he's telling them this is the things that I have to do when I get there. So now it's not like they got to wait till they get to college or high school. Now people from other camps are coming back now to tell them. Because everything we do is about building that human being, getting that human being to understand the world that they live in and how they can contribute to changing that world, making it work for them. I know that I'm long-winded, but I'm going to get it all out, baby. I'm going to get it all out.
Oh, that's it. And that's what the podcast here for,
good,
brother.
Man.
Let me ask y'all this. Because I'm listening to you, and I need to ask both of y'all. Is racism and prejudice, is being racist and being prejudiced the same thing? And if not, tell me what is the difference.
Okay, I'm a sociologist, so I tell you, sociology, the study of societies and how they function. Racism is a system. Like when you have system in place that are going to maintain the bigotry, which is prejudice that you're talking about. They maintain the bigotry, they maintain the exploitation of people like schools. We all go to schools, but these schools are not there to really teach us and educate us. The schools in Newark, New Jersey, the children are reading at a 5% proficiency. They're not even reading at a 5% level. This is a 5% proficiency, doing math at a 6% proficiency. This has been going on for decades, for generations. They've maintained failure institutionally in the police department, in the schools, in the economic sectors. Everywhere you go, all these institutions practice racism. Now, bigotry, like somebody may be like, oh, let me see, because I'm black, I'm better than everybody else. You're a bigot. You have no systems to control everybody, to oppress everybody. But by you thinking because you're black, you're better than everybody, that's bigotry. Or like, let's say, without women, the world wouldn't be here. Without men, that's bigotry shit that you're saying. Without men, I wouldn't be. Like saying little things like that have no systems or anything attached to them. You're just a bigot. Like any white person can call me a nigger. I mean, but if you don't have institutions to carry on that niggerism, that niggerish shit, then you have no power. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't give a fuck. I don't even hear you. I'm not even listening to you. I mean, but if you have system, you have a police department, you have judges, you have everything, an edifice here to show that I am a nigger, that I'm gonna be in prison. I'm gonna be filled in prison. People that look like me are gonna be filled in prison. People that look like me are gonna be the one shot by the police. People that look like me are gonna be the one in poverty. You have a system in place to maintain this oppression. That's a whole different ball game. I mean, so like anybody could be a bigot. I don't give a damn. You however you feel, that's your own shit. You want to feel like that? That's how you want to move in the world. You want to spend your time, the little time we have on this planet, being a bigot. Do you? But when you put institutions together to force that bigotry, into me and demand I behave as such, then we have a problem. And we have to fight back against that. I mean, and that's what racism is. But racism is a manifestation itself of imperialism, of capitalism, of this system we live under. Like I told you, all these things were created. Racism is a creation. It came from somewhere. At first, when they started slavery in America, they tried to use everybody. They tried to use the Native Americans. They killed them all. They tried to use white people. White people was in beat. They was dying too. So they went to Africa and found them some niggas that could come over here and do the shit. So when the niggas came here, they separated the niggas and the white people. They started to make laws to try to, to make sure this shit, like, they stay apart from each other. Like, the white people look down on the niggas, and the niggas, like, don't fuck with the white people. This shit was made. It's historical shit. But like when you have children now, when we have children, they don't just get up and just be on some racist shit. Your kids be playing with each other. I work with kids every day. But they start to hear this shit at home. They start to hear it in the media. They start to see society enforcing these rules, and they start to buy into the goofy shit. But it's like the real demon is capitalism, is the way in which we have decided to maintain our institutions. And the reason why is so the capitalists can stay rich. If we all work together, if everybody here, white people, black people, Spanish people, whatever, if we all saw each other as human beings and we work together, they couldn't survive. They could not survive. Nobody will mess with them. Nobody will deal with them because everybody understand, like, yo, they just trying to, do us dirty, whatever. But everybody has incentives. There's an incentive motive for people to believe what they believe. Like we got politicians. You can't tell a politician that they're crooked. They have an incentive motive to be crooked. They're trying to get rich. So if you're telling them, like, this slumlord that's paying you, that has money for you to run for campaign, you're telling them the slumlord is doing something illegal, they have incentives to look the other way. Now, I don't care if they're black. I don't care if they're Spanish. I don't care if they're white. There's an incentive motive there, millions of dollars, for them to start giving me, to start practicing cognitive dissonance, or giving me, like, try to reason their way out of shit, explain their way, talk their way out of it, instead of saying, look, the landlord can't come in and double the rent. That's gentrification. That, like, when they keep saying we're dealing with gentrification, it's illegal as we speak for the landlords to get the building, double the rent, or raise the rent. But these people are doing it. And when you take it to the politicians, they turn a blind eye. Or they send you to a lawyer that works for the politicians, that work for the government, that's going to hurry up and try to get you to cut a deal for you to get up out that home. This is the nefarious things that they're doing in the community that you see firsthand when you're dealing with people here. And it's hard to turn a blind eye to it when you know this is what they're doing. Racism is different. They're different, but all of them fall under capitalism. Like, this is what they need to put in the mix to keep us all divided.
Yeah, and I like what you said before about, like, if we all work together, it would hurt them.
Yes.
So back what you were saying when you mentioned Fred Hampton, right? Fred Hampton was 21 years old. But look what he did when he was on when he was on this earth. He had everybody coming to his speeches, not just brothers, Jewish people, college dudes, and they thought it was a threat, and they had to get rid of him.
Yo, but you know why he was, right? Because he was raised under that. He didn't just wake up at 21 and knew all this stuff for hundreds of years. His family raised them. First, I think they were in the NAACP first. Like, they went through all this studying, they educated him, and when he got to a certain stage, because once you know all this stuff, there's a point in your life where you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Like,
I fucking found that shit out.
Do I follow the truth? Do I follow the truth, or do I pay my bills? You come to that where I work down in City Hall. The mayor said you could come here, you could get whatever job you want. All I gotta do is shut my mouth. All I gotta do is stop protesting, stop doing the stuff I'm doing, and just go down there. And I will get the job, and I'll be making money. But it's like, but within me, within my soul, the promise I've made to myself, I couldn't sleep at night. And the family that I have, the wife that I had, she wouldn't respect me. Because she doesn't respect me because I got money, because I'm handsome. I know I'm handsome. But that ain't why. No, nobody laughed, but that's okay.
That's funny.
But she doesn't love me. She loved me because of my character, my integrity. She knows me. Even my children, My children don't love me because of what I can give them. They love me because they see the things that I tell them is true, that I'm sincere, the kind of human being I am. I mean, so it's like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I went there.
That's good.
No, I get it. I get it. All right, yo. So we're gonna jump into the first topic. I gotta bring it up, man. Nolan Wells, right?
Mm.
Yeah, man. So, uh, so 18 years old, missing on a boat in Mississippi. Found dead, and his family says that the story doesn't add up. Of course, we know it don't add up, right? We
None
not
of this shit
stupid.
adds up.
The police said Wells drowned. His family's lawyer's account said that doesn't add up. All right, so let me ask you this: what do y'all think really happened? And do
I
you
don't.
think the family is going to get any closing from this case?
I'll take this one, I guess. Because when I made that video, I did not expect that video I made to go so viral. I think it's over like 3 million views.
Mm.
And the funny thing was, before I knew anything, I don't know what it was. Before I even knew the kids' names, like that were with them, I saw the picture of Nolan Wells and those 3 white kids, and I immediately made that video and like they did it. I swear to God, that's exactly what I did. And it's not because, because it really had little to do. I mean, it had everything to do with race. Like, look at what's been happening this last year. Like, lynching is back. For, you know what I mean? Lynching people, black kids are getting lynched. The one kid last year, they tried to say killed himself, hung himself from a tree, and fucking had 2 broken legs. Like, what are you even talking about right now? Like, I'm just so tired of seeing this. And just as soon as I saw them, and it just looked like they were maybe friends from like sports and stuff. He got invited out. They got in an argument, and then he lost his life as a result. But then when they came home, they deleted like all their social media. Then you come to find out that is one of the kids' moms is a judge. The other one is a cop. Like they're all
One, yep.
Yeah, so it's just, to me, I don't know if they're ever gonna get the full story of what happened unless there's enough video evidence, because that seems the only thing to be saving people these days. Like the gentleman that just got shot in Texas, you know what I mean? The DHS literally came out and lied, and then admitted they shot the wrong guy. We might not even have known about that happened. What wasn't it for people recording it with their phones and stuff like that? Like, we're being lied to on a consistent basis about what's happening. So I didn't buy it for a second. Like, as soon as I saw that photo, I made that video. I'm like, they did it. And it's gonna come out that that's what it was too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of seeing all this shit in America, but yeah.
Preach.
Nah, word up. Like, we all seen this movie before. Like, it's
Right.
like it's not even new no more. We've grown up. You're an American. You grew up in America your whole life. You've seen this movie before. But like I said, as a scientist, you always gotta wait. You gotta look at the data and let the data tell the story. I saw an interview with the mother and father yesterday. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've seen a lot of this, like going all the way back to the 90s, because I'm in my 40s now. I've seen a lot of, none of this is really new to me. None of the outrage is new to me. Yo, soon everybody's gonna forget about this one. There's gonna be another one. Like, that's how this has happened over and over. And you get the same characters that come out that say they're speaking for the people, they're speaking for the community, all of that. And at the end of the day, the same thing happens again.
Yep.
But like, I listen to the parents. Yo, there's some contradictions, some things that don't make no sense. Why do they still have their cell phones? They say they deleted all their Snapchat. They had the car keys. They didn't want to give the car keys to the father. Just the whole story. They're saying the friends he was with, they said that he said he wanted to stay back and catch another boat to come back.
Without a phone.
A girl that he was talking to said she wanted to go back on. She wanted him to go back on the boat with the friends. The father said where they found the body at, he was dead the day before and stuff, looking around. They didn't see the body. Now the body pop up there. So it's like, you gotta wait and see what the autopsy and all this stuff say to really be able to start to build a story. But like I said, we've seen this movie before.
Mhm.
But I need to get this out. 'Cause like Jeremy and I do a podcast together. I do a political education class. I do another podcast. Yo, we on here on social media. We're trying to reach people. Whoever's watching this, we're trying to reach you. We're trying to get to you to explain to you what we have learned. I mean, and how we can stop this from happening again. So we really need to talk about that.
Yeah, we do, man. And
Um,
my question to y'all, were you gonna say something, Jeremy?
well, Chairman had said that like people are going to forget about this and the next one's going to happen. It already has. I don't know if you guys know about, because like this is crazy what's happened as a result of the video. People have been reaching out to me, friends of the deceased, which is insane. I have a story of a kid attended an Electric Forest Festival in Michigan, allegedly also found hung, and they're claiming they found him in the woods. Somebody from North Carolina sent me a video where this white couple, man and woman, who allegedly were high at the time, ran over their uncle and basically got away with just a traffic ticket. No charges have been pressed. So like this shit is happening a lot more than we even know. And the only reason I even know about some of this stuff is because people are now reaching out to me because of the stuff I say on the internet, trying to expose some of this shit. Like some of the stuff I've been seeing is heartbreaking. I got a woman that sent me a message whose husband is currently locked up in Delaney Hall, which is in Newark, the concentration camp they have there, who has lost like 15 pounds in a matter of just weeks. The horrors that are going on right now with these white supremacists at the hands of these white supremacists, because that's what they are. That's what all this is. Like capitalism is absolutely our number one issue, but right below that is white supremacy, and we're seeing it like this is the last ditch effort for white supremacy to try and take over. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want. I don't think that's what people understand. Like I've been studying the Heritage Foundation while everybody's distracted by Trump. I've been watching the Heritage Foundation. I've read Project 2025. I know these sick fucking people want a white only America. They want to take away women's rights. They want to return us back to a state of slavery. And we're seeing the beginning of it. We are seeing the beginning of it. But that's why I always say, like, we need to come together now, or that's what's going to happen. Like, I don't think people understand what the stakes, or what's at stake right now, because everybody's lives are already fucking miserable. Like, I'm poor as shit. I'd be in Newark right now if I could, if I could afford to, despite everybody thinking that we get paid to do this shit. You know what I mean? But if we're not out in the streets right now, if we're not uniting and taking this as serious as possible, because this is like the return of the Klan, the new Nazi party, whatever you want to call it, like however we have to say it to register with people how serious this shit is, because they're out.
Jeremy, it's like the mask is coming off.
It is. They've taken it off, and they're like, all right, this is what we are.
No,
we don't care.
Exactly what happened.
We're in a new age. We're in a new time. In the 90s, when I was growing up, there wasn't no social media. There wasn't like you had to watch what's his name? Rodney King. When you it was fuzzy, you really couldn't see it. One person had a big camera, but everybody got a phone now. And everything is all out there. You can't lie no more. It's not like this is like 200-300 years ago where you could go to Africa, put people in a ship, bring it to America, have them as slaves. Nobody know. Everybody will know where they at, know what you're doing. The world is so much smaller now. And like you can't hide these stuff no more. Like the presidents could go on TV and lie. And like nobody could fact check them. We couldn't Google and go look real quick to find out if they were lying or not. Now you bomb some kids in Palestine. There's reports. They killed 200 kids. They bombed. They go to sticker. It said United States of America. Like the president can't go and be like, nah, I didn't do it. We all see it. Even though they try to lie, even though Trump will go up there and try to lie. People see it. And inside your mind, deep down in your mind, it's a conflict you have to deal with. I mean, it's a new day. It's a new day. But people are seeing this, but what are they going to do? What are the solutions? Because now you find out all of these things. What do? Everybody tells you to go vote. They tell you to go work for a nonprofit, to go do whatever. And, there's no really organizations here that is saying we must separate from these institutions to build our own. There's nobody saying that. And when I said earlier, we want to meet people and talk to them because we can't do none of this alone. Jeremy drives down from Pennsylvania to New Jersey to come out and help me out with the work that we do in the community. I mean, like, we do, I don't even know where to go because we do so much, but he comes down, like, we have childcare because there are people in the community. Because, like, everything we do as Panthers, because all of this derived from Pantherism, is called survival programs. It was started by UEP Newton. Like, if the people in the community, if they're not around, you can't have no revolution. So you have to build programs in the community that serve the people. So when they came in 2009, 10, 11, 12, and they started attacking the city with charter schools, you know what these bastards did? A kid could be going to school next door to them. Because the parents were not putting their children in the charter schools, they decided when your kid come out of 8th grade, we're going to say where he goes. So they put him in all these schools around the city. So now the kid, who, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, has to travel miles to get to school. How they going to get there? They don't even give them bus tickets. So we came up with a program where we take the kids to school, we pick them up after school, we do an after-school program, and then we take them home. So for the whole day, you've created a safe zone, safe space to nurture that kid, not just one day, but their whole life, every day. This takes time. This takes people that's going to go pick them up, that's going to drop them off, it takes people that's going to do it. Jeremy comes down to help do this. This ain't, like, he not running around with pistols, guns, like going down to City Hall trying to fight with the government, but that's revolution. That's revolution, working together to make sure we have these programs in the community to serve the people, to feed the people. People don't have housing, to help them get housing. People going to court, to help them. People don't have their licenses. This is what the revolution is, showing they can be a different way. People that's running outside talking about, we got to go to war with the government. You don't even have enough guns. You don't have enough bullets. You don't have enough people. Like, what are you talking about? You have no idea what revolution is. I mean, like, revolution is not overnight. It takes decades to build the infrastructure of people like us who are willing to do these things for free. We're called a cadre. We're willing to do this thing for free, work the rest. Like I tell Jeremy all the time, it's a way of life. What we do is a way of life.
I say it all the time now.
All the time. Every time he asks me something, so like it's a way of life. This is what we do. So like when we wake up tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, there are things that we structurally doing. But the more people we get to come in, opening all these things up in their own communities where we're dealing with these issues, then we become stronger. I mean, but that's not what anybody, I don't know any organization that is there putting the infrastructure there to have things like this. Everybody you go to, they tell you to go to a nonprofit or they tell you to go to City Hall, to go to the politician. Even though we all know these are the people that's like that's manifesting our suffering. I mean, so it's very important that we try to reach everybody. There's a way. There's a way to do this. It's possible to do it. It's not really hard. It's not difficult. My life is even better. I love my life. I love what I do with the kids. Like every morning I wake up, I'm around these kids that want to be around me. You should see how they run to the car. Because I go pick them all up for us to go to the camp.
That is fun.
Yeah, you should see how happy they are.
Yeah, because I do it too. When I go up there, I help transport kids to and from school. Man, it's funny when you go up there and they're like, Jeremy. Yeah, that makes you feel good. You know what I mean? It's cool.
It's pure. Yeah. I mean, it's pure, bro. It's not nothing materialistic. It's just pure. And I'm telling you, it is the most beautiful experience. I don't know how to explain it to other people.
It is.
I mean, and you feel good about yourself. You know you're a good person. I mean, everybody's saying people are doing mental health. If you live under capitalism, it's impossible not to go crazy, not to have mental issues. I mean, your rent is crazy. Food is crazy. Gas is crazy. Then on top, there's never no peaceful time. As soon as you start to feel good, some other bullshit about to happen. Life ain't supposed to be like that. But this is how they've created this shit. And we got to fight against it. I mean.
No, it's big facts, bro. Facts. Facts. We got to fight against it. So you think, let me ask you this. Do you think, because you brought up voting and all that stuff, do you think because we are always pressured to vote, do you think voting really matters to the Black community? You think we should go out and vote? How important is that?
Yo, we showed a study that was done by Stanford University. Stanford University did a study, I believe, from 1980 something to 2000 something. They looked at a certain amount of policies. I think almost 2,000 policies that they looked at, and they said, us, the people, getting what we want is almost impossible, near to impossible happening. Out of all of the policies that they looked at, it was near to impossible. Like, this is not Africa, the Black Panther Party saying it. This is Stanford University. And I mean, everybody is saying, like, what we want. Even if you listen to politicians, they're saying, like, we need to start doing what the people want, serving the people. They never serve us. Yo, rent has never gone down. Food prices have never gone down. Our wages don't go up. Yo, everything becomes worse year by year by year. It don't matter what politician you vote for. I don't care where you at in the country. It's universal. Our life continue to suck. So why are you voting?
For real.
What are you voting for? It makes at some point it's insanity. I mean, and I want this debate. I want somebody to come tell me and give me a reason why we should vote. I mean, because at this point, it's insanity for anybody to go vote. All the politicians will lie to you. Why are they lying to you? Because they're funded by corporations. Corporations that fund them so they could do their bidding. So all they need to do is come to you and lie to you and get you to vote for them so they could be the one that the corporation is paying. That's the game. If you go back and look, I don't know where you guys are from, but go look at your town. Go look at what's going on there. The politicians have sucked forever. I mean, and this is what we've been dealing with. So at some point, we got to go look in the books. Because if you start reading Malcolm, all of these people, you read Fred Hampton, they'll tell you we live in an oligarchy. I mean, we live in imperialism. And if we want to survive, we're going to have to organize together and start to build institutions to serve ourselves. This is what they say. The only people that tell you to go vote is these people that they got in office, that they've made famous, that they've given platforms to talk to you. They'll never talk to me. I'll never be on the MSNBC, CNN. They know what I'm about to say. They learned their lesson already. So they're like, we're not going to put them on. Whoever they put on is going to tell you to vote. Even if they don't tell you to vote for the Democrats or Republican, they're going to say vote for a third party, vote for the independent. Those are the only people that are allowed in that space. What's they call it? Overton window, whatever. In that little space that they got for dialogue. The only people allowed there are the ones that support the system. And the system is voting. Because if you vote, you give what you call it. You give what? You give credibility to the system. But even all of that don't even make sense. Only like 5-6% of the people in Newark vote. Nobody vote no more. The people in the community don't vote. The only people that vote is people that work in politics, that work at City Hall, that work at the schools, that work at these institutions. So if you look at your voting thing in your community, it's only like 5, 6, 10% of the people that vote. And who?
Yeah. One thing I don't like, man, and you're 100% correct. One thing I don't like is the like backlash we get from brothers and sisters like us. We get backlash. Oh, you didn't vote, man. You're the reason why why he's in office. Oh, you didn't vote, man. You're ignorant. You know how many times I've been called ignorant and I'm the reason why. Oh, shut up, shut your mouth. You know what you're talking about. But bro, I tell people this, like, I never voted because one, nothing changes, like you said. Two, like where is the equality? Where is that? None of that is happening. What is the point of me voting?
It's peer pressure. Like, they have to pressure you. They have to pressure you and try to make us feel guilty for not voting. Like, they have no other. What else are they gonna do? They have to believe in this system. I mean, they're not even using reason. It cannot be a democracy if the only people that get to run for office are rich. That is not a democracy. Like, what are you voting for? And real talk, America started out as a republic. You hear them say that. A republic means the rich dictate how we all live. This is what a republic is. That is not a democracy. All these words mean something. A democracy is supposed to mean we all have say in how we're governed. If you live in a republic, if you live in an oligarchy, you don't. So why are you voting? It's really that simple. But you hear all these people who try to come and tell you if you don't vote for the Democrat, that means you're voting for the Republican. If you don't like Biden, that means you like Trump. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I don't even listen to these people. We're busy doing the work in the community of building these infrastructures to be able to survive these people later on. There's nothing we could do to change their mind. I don't talk to them. I have nothing to say to people that talk like that. I block them. I block them on my Facebook page, Instagram. I don't even play. I think I've blocked more people than I got friends and followers. I block every day, bro. I'm the chief blocker. As soon as you say something,
you Wembayama.
I'm Wembayama. Yo, I think I blocked 3 people this morning. Yo, you come on my page and you say something that's you clearly don't know what you're talking about, and you don't show any signs of wanting to have a real dialogue. Why am I talking to you?
You should see my DMs. Jesus Christ, they're toxic as fuck.
Nah, you talk to them people. You deal with them.
Hell no.
I block them. I block them.
I had a guy send me a DM and he dropped the N-word 3 times, and I actually handed it off to DJ Soulchild. I remember you mentioned him before the show.
Yeah,
this guy literally dropped it 3 times, and it was in regard to oh my god, now I'm forgetting his name. I'm having a brain fart. The death of the kid, the kid that just died.
Nolan
Wells. He thought he was being funny. He has since deleted his Instagram page because we shredded him apart. Like, people are wild. Yeah, I use it for content. Like, if you want to send me something dumb like that, I'm gonna get some video. I'm gonna make a video out of it. You know what I mean? It was 3 of us too. It was me, King Triv, and DJ Soulchild all made videos about it, jumping them. And but yeah, it's been wild. It's been wild.
It's crazy. That's the downside about social media, how much freedom we have and like what people put on there. And it's like you see the true colors. And the sad part is you can't get to them. They're talking their shit on the internet. You can't get to them. So they're going to pop this shit all the time.
I realize that most of them are full of shit. Like, you put somebody behind a screen, they get real tough. Like, people see me in the street all the time. I'm like, y'all know where I'm at. You'll never pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even ICE, they're a bunch of bitches. Like, excuse my language, but they are. They're not intimidating as you think, man. If you see them face to face, yeah, they got bear spray and they got their cute little toys and stuff, and they look scary, but they're just scared. They're just scared shitless, most of them. They literally call me by name while they're behind a fence and behind their mask, but they come out and they don't say a word. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. A lot of these guys are they're all full of shit as far as I'm concerned. And don't forget, a lot of these people on the internet are probably bots.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have that problem at all, Bella, but my inbox gets flooded. Not my inbox, but my comment section gets flooded with bots.
With bots all the time.
Yeah. So you talked about bitch ass ICE. We're gonna go into ICE. Let's talk about ICE. Okay. All right. So your thoughts and opinion on ICE. Why has this become such a problem in our country where you have people that are getting racially profiled that are actually from here, getting killed, racially profiled, getting beaten in front of their families? Why do you think America has thought this is a good idea to protect the people in this country?
I feel like it's like what we've all been talking about. They dehumanize them. That's intentional. It's systemic.
Step 1.
And it's all interrelated. Like Chairman Afrika, Jeremy Baker, you guys are talking about our own institutions, right? Segregation was dismantled, but it's not. The redlining still exists. It's still there. Ray and I, we were fortunate enough. We grew up in Bridgeport. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's very impoverished, low-income city. Majority of the people that live here are minorities, like myself. I'm Brazilian. You guys probably can't tell, but I'm Brazilian. And the school systems here are terrible. They don't receive funding. They have terrible conditions. But you go to Fairfields, you can walk to Fairfields, okay? and it's a completely different school system. Of course, it's predominantly white. Who can afford to live there? White people with a high salary, a high income. And so I think that that's how it all starts. It starts with this dehumanizing, segregating people. You kind of talked before about prison, this pipeline to prison too. Kids not having a mentor, someone to show them something different than what they're told to believe in school through public school systems. And I think that's the same thing with ICE. They're just the new group right now that's being scapegoated for now, for now. And people are closing their eyes to it. And like you said, you can't lie anymore. It's all over the news. It's everywhere. And people are justifying it. Oh, but they did a crime. Oh, but they're illegal. Oh, well, they should have came here legally. First of all, a lot of them are trying to come here legally. Some of these people, they're going to work to feed their families.
Yeah.
And they're not coming home.
No, the
They're
one
not
woman
coming home. I mean,
Sorry. Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say
go
the one woman that texted me about her husband losing all that weight has a green card. So he's here legally. Like they don't care. They don't care. They say that as a cover. They don't give a fuck if it's legal or illegal. All they care about is locking up brown people to satisfy their hatred for whatever. And like I almost got and I've almost gotten in several physical altercations over this, but it was Cam Higbee was at Delaney Hall one day. He's a right-wing podcaster. And they're trying to say people are here because they came across the border illegally. And I'm like, it's a civil misdemeanor. It's like getting a traffic ticket. You know what I mean? It's literally the lowest form of crime to come here illegally. And it does not justify locking them up in a cage, which is what Delaney Hall is. Like, it's a death camp. It's a work camp. These people are being tortured inside. They're being beaten. We've got reports of sexual assault. We've got reports of, like, in Texas, there was a whole unit of pregnant teens that just went missing. We have no idea where they're at. And like, I like to remind people, like, because people are like, oh, I compare it to the Nazis all the time. If you don't see the parallels between what happened in Nazi Germany and what's happening now, you're an idiot. And they're like, well, there's no gas chambers. Like, do you think that's what happened in Germany? Like, all of a sudden Hitler took over and gas chambers just started popping up? Like, no, that took 8-9 years before that stuff started happening. And are we going to be the society that sits there and watches this happen and pretends like it's not as bad as everybody says it is? And then 10 years from now, we found out 50 million people died because of this. I can't personally just sit back and maybe I have too much empathy, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I just can't sit here and watch this country turn into that actual death camps. And they're trying to, their new thing is they're trying to build them on federal land. They want to build giant concentration camps with thousands of beds. Tom Homan has said it out of his own mouth. And they just want to put it on federal land. So we won't even know what's going on behind closed doors there. As soon as the gate closes, we won't be able to protest. We won't even see these people again. We've seen people take like 3 bus loads of people, took them to the airport, and now we have no idea where these people are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no accountability. They're just shifting people around. They don't care if they die. They're not getting proper medical treatment. Unit 4 at Delaney Hall, huh?
No,
none. They're denying people legal counsel. Like, I've seen actual lawyers and paralegals get turned away at the gate. Like, no, you can't see your client today. Like, and of course, the party of law and order is the one that is doing all this, violating people's rights. But this is just the start. Like, they're coming after the trans people. They're coming after anyone with brown skin. Eventually, it's going to be all of us. You know what I mean? Even people like me, like my whiteness, I understand is only going to protect me for so long. You know what I'm saying? But because I speak out on the internet, I'm also going to be a target eventually. I mean, I've been doxxed. I've got death threats. I've had people drop by my house to send me pictures of it. Like, I've had some crazy shit happen to me as a result of just trying to make the world a better place. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I always say, we've been radicalized by common decency. And that's what I feel like. Like, everybody's lost their goddamn minds. Yeah. And somehow it's cool and fun to torture people. Like, what are we talking about right now?
I think
I fucking hate ICE.
Important point with empathy. It sounds like so silly, but people are desensitized, and like you said, there's no no regard anymore to human life. And you brought up how a lot of what's going on correlates to the Holocaust, and it does. I'm blanking on that quote, but I know it's like, and then there was no one left to come for me. Do you guys know
Right.
it?
Oh,
I can't remember.
somebody
It's
told me it the other day. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then it's like, and then they came for blah blah blah, and then there was no one left to come for me. It's almost like they're testing what they can get away with, and the reality is they're getting away with it.
They keep dipping their toes in the water to see what the reaction's going to be, and every time,
Right. Y'all saying y'all hitting points. I got to write it down. So I'll make sure I remember.
Preach.
Yeah, I got to write it down. No, because y'all hitting points, yo. Like when Delaney Hall first happened, they're telling all of us that the reason why they have people in there because these people are criminals, they're rapists, the most dangerous of the dangerous.
mm-hmm.
So we went to Delaney Hall. I went to Delaney Hall to go see the protest, see what was going on. While I was there, I seen them let a few people out. If these people that they had in there were the most dangerous of the dangerous, why are you letting people leave? I saw a young girl. A young girl. She didn't even graduate high school. I think she was going to school in the morning. And ICE grabbed her. And they threw her in the car and they had her locked up in there for months. Yo, people had to be outside protesting. Yo, there's the news camera did an interview with her when she left out. These are human bodies. This is data. This is people that we see. There was an old man there. He had liver issues, whatever. They wheeled him out in a wheelchair because the people were protesting. They had to let these people out. So already what they're saying about the people they're locking up are the worst of the worst. They're lying. People are going to court. They're grabbing them and they're throwing them in there. But why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Why? Like if you look at the numbers, Obama deported more people still than Trump. If you look at the numbers, Obama's the one that told everybody to come out. What he said, come out and do what? Give them your name, your information, register in. We're not going to deport you. Hey, where you think Trump got the addresses or information of all these people to go target them? So it's a continuation of what these people are doing. This are decades, plans that they have for decades that they're going to implement, put in place. Everything that they're doing is illegal. They're not supposed to be doing it. But the people are too scared to fight back. Yo, the other immigrants, like let's say they're locking up a lot of Africans. The Africans are scared to go over there because they're gonna lock me up next. They're locking up a lot of Spanish people. They're scared to go over there. So these people are not going there to go protest. They're not gonna go because they're in fear for themselves. Then we talk about the community. We live in a black community. You know what the politicians and all the fake activists are telling the people? This is not your fight. Why are you going over there to go fight over there? Why didn't you go fight for the people that they got locked up in the county jail? Why didn't you go fight for them? Why haven't you gone to the county jail to go protest for those people? So the people that are locked up in Delaney Hall, that they illegally snatched off the streets and threw up in that building, nobody should go demand they let them out. Everybody should just stand aside. Like, it makes no sense what people are saying. But this is what they regurgitate because this is what they hear. I'm sure in the black community, almost everybody that I know, this is how they talk. I mean, like, why they not, why they not standing with us? Why they not fighting with us? Who is they? You got to fight for yourself. Why are the other people that live in your community not standing up to fight? You want people to come from another community, fly all the way in to come fight your own battles? But these are all excuses. Excuses not to do the hard stuff that need to be done.
I mean, personally, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you go ahead, personally.
No, I was gonna say personally, if I see somebody fighting, it makes me want to fight. Like to me, it's almost like inspiration. Because next weekend, next week on Wednesday at 7:30, Chairman Afrika and I are going to have Gabriella Soto on the show. I don't know if you heard her. Her husband Martine was the one that started the hunger strike at Delaney Hall. He's still locked up in there.
Yeah, send me that. Please send me that.
Yeah. She's gonna be on. We're actually trying to see if we can get somebody from Delaney Hall to call in live on the show. So we're trying to kind of work that out somehow. That's going to be kind of tough, but I'll figure it out somehow. But yeah, he was kidnapped on his way to get diapers for his kids, and she's actually pregnant. She's 7 months pregnant. She's due September 7th. So she's pregnant, barely holding it together. Now her husband, who now is not working, not bringing any income, if any, because now it costs her money because she has to, like, even to watch one movie, the cheapest movie she said for him to watch is $38. So on the, like, they give him like little tiny tablets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So now it's costing her money, and that's what this is. It's a for-profit operation. Geo Group owns this. Okay, this is not even a federally owned thing. Like, the Geo Group is a private prison company, and they're making money. And the more people they have held hostage, the more money they get from the government. Okay, it's all a for-profit operation.
Bella,
So-
you wanted to say something, Bella?
Yeah, go ahead, Bella.
No, I'm thinking too, I have friends that are illegal and their parents are scared to even send their kids to school now. So now we have kids that did originally feel safe in their schools
Mhm.
that aren't safe at school. They're having to stay home or accompany their parents at work. The parents aren't able to work as much anymore because they're having to take care of their kids because they're scared to send their kids to school.
Mhm.
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
it's just crazy to
Yeah.
think that that's the situation we're in, that's what we've come to. I think, though, you
Yeah.
said before, one of you, I don't remember, said something about taking off the mask. I think that this idea of empathy, like the good side, and then people that have these beliefs ingrained in them, but because we didn't have this administration, they didn't feel safe revealing these beliefs. And now our administration they're encouraging these beliefs. They're encouraging people to be racist, to be prejudiced, to align with ICE. And I think that's a huge problem in its own. And I never really thought until today about institutions, because I'm a public school teacher. So I always think about
Nice.
what can I do, at least within my own classroom, to make, I'm sure you guys have heard about like the mirror window theory, right? Like, how can I make, I can't remember who came up with it, but it's for like students to be able to see different sides. So if it's a white student that maybe has grown up with certain beliefs, they should have a window to be able to see differently, not just what they've grown up with. And if you have minorities, Black, Spanish students, they should have a mirror. They should feel represented within the classroom too. So you want to have both spectrums. But I feel like there's also only so much you can do. I think one day, I taught a lesson on Martin Luther King Jr., and I did end up getting some backlash just from one parent. It was the first time in my history of teaching that I faced backlash. And she said, the child came home really upset, but it's like, but she should be upset. They should empathize. Like, we need to teach kids to empathize, not dehumanize people or whitewash history. Like, we can't keep, and that's what these politicians are doing. They're removing DEI from schools.
Mm-hmm.
So we're whitewashing our history too. And that's a huge, huge part of what's going on here. And people might come at me for this. I don't think it's the minority or people who are oppressed. I don't think it's their job to be educating people. I think also people need to educate themselves as well.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think that's a big problem too.
Yep. That's how I got to this point, actually, is just self-education at a moment, you know what I mean? And even to this day, like, I learn a lot from Chairman on a daily basis. Like, we have conversations all the time. We met back in January in Philly. We've been talking ever since. So, like, he's been helping me deconstruct, like, the whole capitalism stuff and how capitalism is the true problem and all that. You know what I mean? So he's really helped me refocus my efforts, and I've been learning a lot. And, like, the educational classes that he does and all that stuff. It's just, it's a lot. Like, a lot of people would need to just understand that we've been lied to about a lot of things. And yes, it's hard to realize that some of your beliefs are just bullshit, but I would, you know what I mean? I would rather know and be able to adjust in my life than just continue to be ignorant.
Go ahead.
So,
Say something. You about to say something?
Well, you talked
go
before
ahead.
about like capitalism, and it's cliche, but it's the root of all evil. And like Norway, they're a socialist country,
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys have heard about what their prison system is like, but first of all, and
It's like a
Raymond,
resort. It's like a resort.
Right.
they
I
go
want to
to,
get locked up there.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Nah, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
and they rarely have any crime there. There's
Be a
no
vacation.
the pipeline to prison that doesn't exist in Norway. It's non-existent because people are educated. There's universal health care there, so people aren't having. I'm not justifying crime, but I think that if people are growing up poor, God forbid, like their mom is sick, whatever, sometimes they resort to crime unintentionally, like not because they want to, but because of the pipeline to prison. That's the only path that they have. And so in Norway, we don't have this issue. I don't think it's necessarily communism there, it's socialism, but everyone is equal. It's like almost like you can think of it like a big bank that everyone benefits from. Everyone, like, I went to Norway, my friend's mom was a housekeeper there. She had the same kind of living as my other friend's parent, who's a doctor in Norway. So, you know, everyone is like equal there. And if there is a crime and they do go to prison, the focus is on rehabilitation so that they don't commit the crime. They learn again. They're not treated like animals in their prison. So I think that's, I mean, it's so much and it's all interrelated.
Yeah.
All of what we're talking about, even though it's targeting different people, everything comes together. It's all from the same root, which is systemic racism. Everything that's systemic, that now it was starting to get a little unwoven, and now this administration is weaving everything back. Any progress we made, we're going back again, and even worse than we were before even they started.
We're moonwalking.
Yeah. Like what the voting thing, I was all for voting last year. How much time do we have? Because I know we're already over an hour.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, like I believed in it till last year. You know what I mean? I did a lot of protesting last year, covered a lot of shit, and I was in D.C. for the Veterans Sit-In. I was like almost a month back and forth. And I lost faith in the government when I walked the halls of Congress and saw nothing but blue and white flags like hanging everywhere. And that's when I realized it's like, all right, it's like voting Democrat right now. It's like we're stepping on a landmine and our leg gets blown off, and then our buddy comes up with a Band-Aid. It's like, I got you, buddy. I got you. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. I feel like we're bleeding out, and our solution is to just put a Band-Aid on the situation and pretend like it's going to be okay. Like, even if we vote Democrat, guys, they're all paid off. They're all paid off. There's very few people in our government that has not accepted some kind of dark money from a certain country that I'm not going to name, because every time I do, I get in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? But like, why are we even talking about? That's why I get in a lot of trouble now, because I don't promote politicians anymore. I did that shit, and you know what I mean? And I see what it got for me. Like now, I'm with Chairman Afrika. I'm like, we need to build our own stuff. Like I think we talked about this, Chairman. Like people are programmed to think capitalism is the only option in America. Like we can't build a better system. Come on. It's obviously failing. It's obviously only benefiting a very small percentage of people in this country. Why are we continually feeding it and pretending like everything's just going to, and you know how hard, like you saw how easy it was for Donald Trump to rip all of our systems down, all of them. What, a year and a half? You know what I'm saying? It'll take decades,
3 years left,
decades for us to even get back to where we were with this current system. You know what I'm saying? So
Bella, you said something. You said you're not justifying why crime is. You was explaining it. You know, wherever there's low education, wherever there's poverty, people can't work. You know, we live in a socioeconomic world where you have to spend money. You have to have money. If you can't read, you can't write, there are no jobs, people are gonna go to committing crimes. It's basic. I mean, it's like the air that we breathe. And they know this. That's why they create these societies like this. And I want to say something else. I'll be remiss if I don't say it to you. I had a friend. I had a white guy. His heart was pure. He wanted to do good. And he used to say, like, I'm going to go to this job and I'm going to teach him about John Brown. I'm going to teach him about the revolution. I'm going to teach him about racism. And we used to tell him, they're going to fire your dumb ass. And he used to go in there talking that bullshit, and then like 2 weeks later they fired me. When you in them schools teaching, you on the plantation. You'll pick your cotton. When you get off the plantation, if you want to work with kids, you want to do something, then you do it because that job allows you to now do what you want to do with your time. But don't go in there trying to, because like first it's one parent, and there's going to be two parents, and then you're going to be down here talking about, damn, I done lost my job. Yo, we have to accept the reality. The reality is those places are not places to organize. Do your job. Pick your cotton. If you like when you was talking, the general secretary is here, and she's telling me, tell her she could work with the kids and connect with our kids. Whatever help she need, we could help her in working with the kids. That's what she's saying on the side over there, because we know how serious it is. They will come after you, Bella. They will come after you. They will call you all kind of stuff. They will make up stuff against you just because you're trying to do the right thing. So now, at work, that's not the space. Yo, people always talk about the union, like we got to organize a union. I don't trust nobody that work for a paycheck. Them motherfuckers will cut your knees out. I mean, don't talk about none of this shit at work. Don't talk about none of this shit at school. Yo, when you get off those plantations, you want to build an underground railroad, then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like those spaces are not the spaces. Bella, I don't want you to lose your job, Bella.
Right.
Leave them people alone, because Timmy gonna go home, because the child probably wasn't the one that was upset. The parent was the one that was upset.
It's the parents. Yep.
Yeah.
But you're right. And kids are so pure. I see it in the classroom. They don't see these things. They don't until you start kind of teaching them. That's when they're like, oh yeah, blah 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 is different than me. Oh yeah, I am white and so is brown, or he's black. That's when they start realizing. But besides that, and if they do mention it, it's innocently. It's not from a place of hatred or cruelty, and even they don't even take offense to things because they're kids. They're pure. But they need to know these things. I think that
they do. We're not there, Bella.
I know.
We'll get there.
You guys know Horizons? Have you heard of Horizons? I worked for them.
I don't think so.
You guys should look them up. They're amazing. Horizons. They're based in Connecticut. Ray, I think you've heard of them.
Yeah, I heard of Horizons
for a while, and that was a place where there were no bounds because it was privately funded.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a little bit different, but it's really great. It's for low income students to bridge the literacy gap because their actual public schools aren't teaching them to read or write or do math. So basically this program has a lot of wealthy donors that do have that align with our views to give these children enrichment programs. So they're learning. Yeah, it's really cool.
Jeremy, you better call them up, Jeremy.
No, because that's what I was gonna say. Like, if we
call them, Jeremy.
Yeah, right. Because that's what we struggle with. Like, resources is the main thing, and you're a perfect example. Like, you get just a few people that have some money that want to do some good, and you could fund your own school.
Outsource.
You know what I'm saying? Within the communities, it would just be so nice if some people would just step up. But I think a lot of people are scared too, because I'm technically, I guess, I'm a domestic terrorist according to the United States government, even though I'm fighting for the Constitution of the United States. To go figure.
But not,
you know what I'm saying? But it just shows you it's a perfect example. But we lack resources. Like, I can't even get back and forth to Newark sometimes because we're trying our best. But yeah, resources is always a problem.
No, but Bella, that you're 100% correct. Like, but we have an after school program and we have a boxing component to it. The kids want to learn how to box.
We
started the after school.
That's cool too.
We started the after school program because the kids didn't know how to read. So we say, what are we gonna do about it? So like we have to show the community how you can teach your own children to read. So when they came in, we even created books. We had Black Panther books for the little kids from kindergarten all the way up. So we were teaching them about Fred Hampton. So we taught them about everything about him, even the murder. So when they got to school, they had to pledge allegiance. So one of the kids from our after school program, when he came to the after school program, he was like, "Yo, they made us pledge allegiance today." He was like, "That's the same government that killed Fred Hampton?" Like, he asked me that question. So I'm like, "Yeah, that's the same government that killed Fred Hampton." and they started turning. He was in the third grade,
Damn.
and it started turning the screws in his spine. Yeah. So he was like, "Why are we pledging allegiance to the government that killed Fred Hampton?" These are the conversations you have when you have your own program where you could teach them, and like the parents understand what you're doing with the children because they know we Black Panthers. We're not bringing them here just to teach them how to punch somebody in the face. We're trying to teach them who they are and their purpose in life. So I mean, but like that stuff, you can't bring it to their plantation because that's a quick way for them to fire you. Because as soon as they ask Alex, he gonna be like, "Miss Bella told me."
She told me to do it.
Yeah, Miss Bella. You see, but me, when they go to the school and they be like, "Afrika told me," everybody in the community know who Afrika is.
Right.
The teachers know, the superintendent know. So like they understand, like even the mothers, like they're trying to call the mothers up, but like you can't really, what you gonna tell the mother? Like you shouldn't teach them about Fred Hampton. And I mean, so it's like you have to create your own space where you work with these children. Like it doesn't matter. We do boxing, football, we use sports. You could use anything, whatever you are good at. You could use it to organize to bring the kids in.
Oh, don't forget the end
ahead.
of the summer, the next month, we're taking them to a water park. We're trying to raise money for that as well. So like we got a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
we taking them all to Six Flags at the end of the summer camp. I mean, we had a pizza party on Friday. We gave away a gift for the best camper of the week. We do different things with them to keep them interested in coming. Like this is not a chore. We want them to come and we want them to want to come. And all this stuff is free. Nothing that we offer the community we ask a dime for because you have to show the community you're serving them. You have to make them be like, they got to be interested in what you're doing. Like we don't go to the community and ask them for nothing. We don't, we pick up kids in the morning to take them to school. We pick them up after school. We don't ask the parents for nothing. If you got it, you could give us like donate gas money, whatever. But like we don't ask them for nothing. And that's the institutions we got to create in the community to serve the people. And we could do it. If we all understood this and we were having these meetings and we were talking together, even in Connecticut, y'all only like 2-3 hours away from me, if that much.
We tri-state, brother. We tri-state.
Yeah.
We could be right there, bro. Like right now, we have so much clothes, so much shoes and stuff that we got to give away. We trying to find a way to give away.
I still have the baby clothes in the back of my car. I forgot to give you. So I got baby clothes. Somebody gave me.
We will come in the community that you're in, and we will give this stuff out away for free to bring the people in for them to want to hear what we're talking about. And all we're talking about is if we want to stop gentrification, we all have jobs. Let's put our money together and start to get these buildings together. Now we are all board members. We was talking earlier about all these people sitting down, making all this laws, all this thing they're gonna do to us. Where's our board members? Where are we at? What board are we sitting on? We don't have no boards. And like when we start to put our money together, pull our resources together to start to buy things, then we become the board members. So we all sit down like, do we want to sell our home to a corporation and then we all be homeless? Or do we want to keep this for our children, our children's children? Can we get more? Can we get another building? Can we get a mechanic shop? Can we pull our resources and start to build?
Yeah, get a couple grocery stores.
This is how you walk away from the system. I mean, I'm not saying everybody get off, quit your job, and go fight the man. Work at your job, but work with the community, the people in your community, to put institutions there, to put things there for you. Go ahead, Bella. What you wanted to say? Don't forget.
It's funny, Ray. Do you remember we were talking about gentrification in Bridgeport? So you guys can look Bridgeport up later, but
I know he know Bridgeport. I know Chairman know Bridgeport.
So Bridgeport is like on the come up, right? Like it's starting to get better. And we were saying like it's a double-edged sword because we want our communities to improve. But what's going on through these improvements are that the minorities are no longer able to sustain and continue to live in Bridgeport because of these improvements. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think about that?
Because it's not for you.
How do you improve the community but not cause gentrification? How can that because we
no.
want Bridgeport. better. We want it to improve. We want the crime to go down. But what's going on is then white people who wouldn't have lived in Bridgeport before or even batted an eye to it, now they're like, oh, Bridgeport, it's not so bad. Oh, it's getting safer. Like, oh, the crime, oh, maybe we can live there. So it's like, I don't get it, because we were saying
Maybe
like
we can take it over.
we're happy like that it's getting better, and like, you know, I don't. It's a double-edged sword, because it's like
you can't go back. You can't go back in history, because like the last year, the year before that, the 10 years prior to that, there are people that lost their homes. It's people that they drove out, so they could bring in all this nice stuff and all this. We can't go back and go save those people. Like when I say you and your neighbors, your community, you and your next door neighbor, the people around in your community, you put your money together and start to build cooperatives. His name is Richard Wolff. He's an economics professor. And Richard Wolff, you look him up. He talks about co-ops all the time. I really got this idea from him, from listening to him speak about co-ops. But you pull your resources together with the people in the community. I'm not talking about some rich person, some celebrity, what's his name, Jalen Brown or somebody come in and buy up the community and we got to rent from them. No. You, your neighbors, the people in your community, like that's where organizers start from. Your next door neighbor, because you're dealing with the same issues. They don't want to they don't want to pay $2,500 in rent. We pay $2,500. So you go organize with them and we go get a house, because we already paying mortgages separately. We're paying mortgages for rent. So like, why are we not working together to buy buildings, to buy homes? And that's where the fight really at, to try to get people to understand this is in their best interest. So now you may not be able to save all those people that they already pushed out, but the people that are still there, you can build with them, because in 15 years, 20 years, they're coming to get them people out of there too. They're gonna come, they're gonna move the prices up, and those people that are coming in now, moving in, they're gonna outprice them out. That's how capitalism works. It's cannibalistic. It eats itself. So if we want to solve it, we got to start as the people. We got to start to organize to build our own infrastructure, to get out. Like it's not that hard. Like we can do it. Everybody, you wait till income tax time. Everybody put a couple of pennies together, get 10 people, and buy a building, buy something, buy anything. And the 10 of you become board members. They're like, let's try to get 5 more people, 10 more people. I know all of this sound like quick and fast, but all of this come after political education classes, because we have classes to teach people why we're doing what we're doing. I mean, so they understand at the end of 13 weeks, people understand why we outside feeding people, why we outside giving away clothes, because we're not a charity organization. We're here to bring people in so we can work together. Why we working with these kids? I mean, just because they're in kindergarten, 15 years from now, they're not going to be in kindergarten. These are going to be the people that are ruling the world. So you have to get these children right early and see. You got to see our struggle as lifetimes ahead, not just now, not just for your own selfish gains. And the funny part is, when you start doing this, like your life become better, your situation become better, everything around you becomes better. I mean, and it's like in some kind of way, it really benefits you. It gets rid of the mental anxiety. Like Jeremy used to tell me all the time, like after something bad happened, like I don't know how much longer I could do this. That's why I started the mantra. It's a way of life. You'll expect this shit. Something bad gonna happen tomorrow. As long as you're not dead, it's not like you're not in a hospital. They're gonna throw this stuff at us. Just like let it roll off your back, man, and you're gonna be okay. But we gotta find a way to get the people in our communities, in our neighborhoods, to start to work together. That's why I was saying, we get a truck come in that bring food that we give out to the community. I would get in the truck and I would drive it out there so we could give it out in your community to bring people in for them to understand, all this stuff is free. We just want people to come in that want to talk about changing
listen.
Yeah, that want to listen. We'll give away clothes. We'll do a barbecue. We'll do whatever we got to do to bring whatever people in, because that's where it starts from. Working in our community, grassroots. That's the only way we're going to do this. Like, there's no other way. And like,
we've done it before. Look at Black Wall Street. We've done it before. Black Wall Street.
It's been done all around the world. Like they talk about the Chinese Chairman Mao. That's what they did. Yo, the Chinese were fighting America, the French. They was fighting everybody, all these big powers. And these people were able, rice eaters. That's what what's the name called them? Malcolm X. Malcolm X said rice eaters defeated the world's greatest empire because they went back to the people and they organized them. They taught the people. They showed them how to liberate themselves, and they defeated all these powers. So it can be done. But we don't have rice paddies no more. We don't have villages. We got ghettos. We got places where people can't afford to live no more, where people are suffering with all these issues. You go to them, you serve them, and then they'll allow you to explain to them what's going on. And then we work together to try to solve it. Other than that, I don't see no other way. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough guns. Like the whole system is rigged. So the only way is the people. And I'm telling you, this is the best part of your life. Because when you start to deal with the people again, your humanity comes back.
I love it. I love it, man. It's honestly changed my life for the better.
It teaches us to be individuals. Everything, like you go to work, you come home, watch Netflix, go to sleep, go to work, come home, watch Netflix. This is how we live. Because it's so expensive to go outside. But now you start working and organizing. Yo, we had meetings. Let's say, Bella, we had a meeting twice a week. I mean, like we doing an event here and there. Yo, there's a new group of people that you're now talking to. There's a whole new circle of people that care about you, that worry about you, that make sure you're not homeless, that you're not destitute. But like the only way we can do it is by reaching out to one another. I mean, so like, I don't know. That's the best way I could explain how we deal with the savages.
Yeah. And I think it's real quick, I just want to jump in is I kind of started
time,
Unity.
brother.
Okay, that's why I kind of started the Unity Project. I mean, me and Chairman Afrika met back in January, but I think I just started the Unity Project like 4 months ago. And the only way, like my whole thing is we got to stand as a united front. We got to somehow rally people. And I'm not worried about people on the right because they're all obviously brain dead idiots. But even people on the left, I'm not worried about. They've already made up their minds too. You know what I mean? The Democrats have already made up their minds. I'm worried about the people that are going to be targets of this administration. Like and the only way we're going to unite, like especially as white people, like we got to go out into the communities. We got to go out. Like the only way to unite a community is to go out into it and live it. Like I love.
Jeremy, I'm about to cut you off. I'm about to cut you off. Don't forget where you at.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy comes down. I told y'all to help with the kids. So we had a 4th of July event that was out here, and he came down. Yo, one of the kids' fathers was there. So now Jeremy got to meet him. Yo, this dude has been asking me about him. He's so happy to have met Jeremy, what you're doing for his son. But it's because Jeremy took that time down to just take this boy to school. So now, not just the boy know you, not just the mother know you, not just his family know you, the father know you now. Everybody in the community know you now. So when they see Jeremy next time, he's not a stranger with a beard, looking like he worked at one of them.
I stick out like a sore thumb, dog.
A militia. You look like you work in the militia, my boy.
You should see the looks I get walking up, though. It's hilarious. The white boy walking up with a bottle of Hennessy.
I told him to bring a bottle of Hennessy.
That shit was hilarious.
That's the drink of choice too. That's the funny part.
You know what I mean? But no, even like there was people there that recognized me just from the work that me and Chairman do. Like the one OG got out of his chair and was like, "Hey man, my name's so and so. I see you on Instagram. It's nice to meet you." I'm like, "Damn, that's cool." And the amount of responses I've gotten from the Black community as a result of the video I made is honestly had me choked up. I opened up my DMs and just people just thanking me. I'm like it chokes me up just to think that you're thanking me just for being a decent human being. You know what I mean? Like, why you shouldn't have to thank me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should all be like that. Like, why is it so hard for people to be fucking decent to one another? I should not have to have anybody thanking me just for speaking out on this shit. I feel like especially white people, y'all need, if you're against this, you need to step the fuck up. Like seriously, because we went to a community. Chairman invited me to a community forum. The Black community was holding in Newark, and it was all about, is this our fight in regards to Delaney Hall? And my answer was like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, seriously, like we can't go to the Black community as white people. You have to understand this. Like, Black people have been oppressed for 400 years. and now white people are just waking up to what it's like to being brutalized by the police or by ICE. So like it's not I cannot say as a white person that it's anybody else's fight but our own. However, when it comes to revolutionaries, that's what I look to. Fred Hampton, the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? Like that's the inspiration I have when it comes to like the revolutionary work. So like in a way we almost need the Black community, but I can't. It's got to be a personal choice. This is going to touch everybody in a very negative way sooner or later. Like there's going to be food shortages, there's going to be gas shortages.
Let me ask you something, Jeremy.
Yeah.
It's just because I've always thought of this question to myself. If there was a protest and it was just white people protesting for Black people, right? For rights, for equal rights, for equality for Black people, do you think something will get done?
No, not just white people. No, I think it's got to be everybody. I think if we want true change, we got to stand as a united front. All right, no more division, no more of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The only way we're going to overcome what we're up against is together. But we cannot expect anybody to. You can't just expect somebody to fight for the cause. Like that's got to be a personal choice because there are very serious risks. Like I'm not going to tell anybody like. Because even when we're at the forum, I'm like telling them, like, if you come out, just so you know, we get pepper sprayed. We get bear mace. They hit us with pepper balls. They've had rubber bullets shot at us. We've had fucking horses out in the streets and shit. You know what I mean? It's been like the Wild West out there. It's been crazy. So I can't go to any community really and say like, you need to come out here with us because it's seriously dangerous out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Go look at any video for Black Lives Matter protest. Go look at any protest. It's mostly white people.
You're right.
Google any protest.
We love the protest.
Every single white person can say tomorrow that they're against racism, they're not with racism. This system won't change. These institutions don't change. White people are not the ones that are the mayors in the city. White people don't run our school system in Newark. I mean, all the teachers, all the people in there are people of color. I mean, and like, with the reason why I keep saying institutions is because this is bigger than just the individual person. The institution is what maintain this reality. So if all the white people woke up tomorrow and be like, yeah, or if let's say all Black people go and voted to the next election, that don't change nothing because you're just putting in people that are going to be controlled by the same powerful elites. They're not going to change what they're doing. So the only thing we can do to change it is us working together. I mean, us in our communities. It doesn't matter. The people that live in Newark now, you got white people, you got Spanish people. It used to be called Chocolate City. But now I think Black people are like 40% of the population, like 40-something, 45, somewhere around there. It's more Spanish people here. So if I want to protect the gentrification, this building, the community, I can just go look for Black people. I got to look for the people that are in the community. So my neighbors are Spanish. Upstairs, I got a Spanish person. Downstairs, I got to think of Vietnamese lady. So like if I would say I want to save my community, I can just go say I'm being nationalistic, meaning only like Black people. It got to be communal. It got to be a community thing. So we got to go in our community and work with the community, away from City Hall, away from the politicians. In fact, no politician can come. Nobody that work at City Hall can be part of anything that you're doing. It has to be a people thing. That's the only way you defeat the machine. The people. And that's what all the revolutionaries are going to tell you. I mean, because if you go through the system, like I said, if all white people, all Black people decided they were pro-Black, you're still not changing nothing if you go into these institutions. If you're still going to these same schools.
Yeah, capitalism's still there.
Yeah, you're still watching the same medium. You're still listening to your hip-hop and all that stuff, music, control. I don't listen to hip-hop no more. I don't even watch sports no more. Because at this stage in my life, I understand what they're pushing out. The stuff they're talking about, it's not for me. The stuff they're talking about is for somebody that's selfish, that's individualistic, that's materialistic, that's a male chauvinist. These are all the things they're pushing. What artists out there is talking about us coming together to buy up our own community? I'm talking about us, not them using it, making rap song like Jay-Z, talking about none of that goofy stuff that's coming out and saying, yo, this government is not a democracy. You really need to focus on the community, organize it together to build institutions. Nobody talks like that.
Right.
Or they're gonna come tell me, Jay-Z gonna tell me, like, I mean, what he said, I don't go through whatever, I go through easy pass or some shit he said. Whether any of his lyrics about money, about having money and me not having money, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about you going to Dubai. I don't want to hear about you sleeping with all these women. What that got to do about me? That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing they're talking about. The men, the women. What's the other song? Spend that shit. Spend that shit. I ain't got shit to spend. I ain't got shit to spend, son.
Spend what?
Like, what you talking about? Get real out here. Yo, my rent $2,500. Fuck, I'm spending, son. And they talking about scammers. I'm not no scammer. I ain't scamming. You're not talking to me. All this stuff that they're putting out for our kids to consume, for us to consume, is really poison. And you listen to somebody that grew up. Yo, I remember every morning before I went to high school, I put my radio on. Yo, I had Tupac coming out, Jay-Z, Nas. This is what I got ready to go to school listening to. Yo, Jay-Z used to be my favorite. Reasonable Doubt was my favorite album, and Nas was my favorite artist. Yo, I look at these people as savages now. I look at them now as just like any white person, because all these people exploited my ignorance for them to make money. They did not offer nothing productive to the community, nothing productive to me. I mean, like everything that they pushed out was garbage. Now that I go back and listen to it. Yo, when we was little, I'm older than you, but there was the first hip-hop song came out, Self-Destruction. You headed for
self-destruction. Yeah.
You listen to that song, and they talking about the people. They talking about we ain't shit. That the problem in our communities is us. Like they talking about they're so famous they can't walk in our community, but because we gonna hurt them. How about you come put some shit in the community? How about you build some schools? How about you build some economic centers to serve the people? And in that whole song, they never talked about the system. They never talked about the state. They blame you for everything that was going on in the community. So now I sit down and listen to it. Yo, can't nobody tell me KRS-One is a genius. I think he's a buffoon. From what he was saying, you can't tell me Public Enemy. Look at what's his name now for Public Enemy. He's a Democratic. Yeah, they're all these people.
Yeah, boy.
Yo, they were all imposters. I mean, so it's like from even the music that our kids listen to, we have to control it. And you're talking to somebody that grew up listening to hip hop. I remember when people used to
understand that new hip hop, man.
Yo, people used to be talking, but the old hip hop wasn't shit either.
Come on.
Yo, go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to what
we were still listening to it though.
Well,
I get what you're saying though.
Wu-Tang for the children.
It was better. It was better. I mean, because sometimes I sit down with my daughter and I'm like, yo, listen to this lyrics on this what Biggie talking about. I'm like, yo, listen to this. And then I tell her to put on one of the goofy stuff they listen to now. Yo, they don't even make no sense. They're not even talking my name. They're just using words and just adding the words together because it sound cute. But like you listen to Biggie tell you a whole story. Like Jay-Z, I used to play this, like listen to what they said. Look how they're breaking it down. Yeah, it was better. But when you filter it and you see what they were really talking about, it wasn't really talking about shit. Like Nas song with AZ. Life is
a bitch.
When you die, that's why we get high.
Yo, I used
to listen to that shit faithfully. Now I listen to it. Yo, Nas is talking about stealing green cards from immigrants and all kind of shit.
Robbing foreigners, yup.
I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about, Nas? Robbing foreigners for their green card? What the fuck is you talking about? But it's like, but back then, that was my shit. What? AZ? Yo, I love AZ. You couldn't tell me nothing about AZ. But I listen to them now, and I'm like, they wasn't really saying shit. They really didn't try to expand my mind for me to understand the reality that I was listening to. The last rapper I listened to was Lupe. Then they cut his mic. During Obama, Lupe Fiasco was wild. He was coming out with some stuff talking about Obama. And he won some Grammys. Then he disappeared off the face of the map. But we got to control all those mediums. We got to control what our children.
Yeah, he had that good song, Words I Never Said. Right?
Words I Never Said. Yeah. Yo, he got a song I've been listening. He got a song I've been listening that put tears in my eyes when he started talking about he doing this for the kids. Damn, I don't remember the name of the song, But he talking about from Palestine to Chicago to Chi-Town. He like, this is a case I'm giving my life for. And like whenever he said that, like this is what we do every day. I mean, so like that shit hit me. Like this is what we're giving our life for. From Newark, New Jersey to Connecticut to South Africa, all the people suffering as Panthers. This is who we're supposed to fight for. Not what they look like, not what color they are. Because even UEP Newton said it when he came, he was in jail. He like, when I get out of jail, we going to Vietnam to go fight with the Viet Cong. He like, we're going to stand with them. He didn't say that's not my fight. We not going over there. Yo, UEP Newton said wherever the people are suffering at, that is where we go. Because if you organize those people, that's how you defeat the empire.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the one
man.
thing I wanted to say though. That's the one thing we lack on our side, I think, is organization. You know, and I'm not talking about the big protests and all that stuff, because to me they're performative. I've attended enough of them. I've done enough marches to nowhere. Like the marches, you literally start at point A, end at point B, and then everybody goes home. You know what I mean? So I just, I think that people are scared to organize. Like the whole word organize right now is, you know, they're throwing federal charges at people that are organizing, which they're not. It's stupid what the government is doing right now. But I think that's what separates Chairman Afrika and I from a lot of people. Is a lot of people will say shit on the internet and then nothing happens. Like they don't do anything with that. Like, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like every protest I've ever been to, it's been empty words and nothing changes. Everything keeps getting worse. That's why I started changing my view on things and stop looking at it from like a journalistic standpoint and wanted to start getting involved. It's like I see a lot of people saying some good shit, but nobody's actually doing anything or stepping up. So like that's what we're kind of trying to do. You know what I mean? We'd love to expand nationwide if we could and teach people what we're doing. But yeah, it's been like he said, it's gonna be a long battle. It's gonna be a long battle again. What we're up against.
When you start doing this, the community respects you. Everybody respect. You're going against the politicians. Yeah, it's gonna be people that isolate you because they want to get jobs with these people. But when the mayor walk in any room that I'm in, you could see his heart drop. Because he knows, it's like I'm not even saying it trying to brag and stuff, but he knows like you're not falling for the lies. You're not beat for the goofy shit. Like you're not afraid of him. Most people are afraid of these people because they see them as holding so much power. I see them as crooks. Mm-hmm. I see them as frauds, and I treat them as such. And this bothers them. So they could call the police like, he has me on the surveillance list. The government actually watching me because I'm asking them about housing, about throwing people in the streets. Like they try to use the system to bully you. But he knows in his heart that he's a fraud. And I hold that mirror up to him wherever he at. He could say whatever he want to say. But I know you a fraud. I know you made these people homeless. I know you a millionaire now. And the people in Newark are in the streets, sleeping under bridges. How are you a millionaire? Mm-hmm. What did you do to become a millionaire from being a mayor? Like, I mean, I know you a crook. I mean, and like, when you start working in the community, when you start serving the people, when the mayor came and grabbed me to lock me up, the police was trying to fight my family. The community stood between the police and my family. I got it on video. They stood between them, and they were like, no, you're not going to do nothing to them. I mean, these are people that usually be scared of the police. But because they knew we work with their children, they know my children, they know my family, they will protect you. Because people are always scared of the hood, scared of people. But once you serve them, once they know you care about them, they will give your life for you. I mean, they will give their life. Mm-hmm. Loyal. I'm telling you, people are kind. People are loving. It's the system that turned them into sociopath, where they don't care about nobody else, but just focusing on themselves because they think like that's the only way to survive out here. But once they see, like these mothers that I be picking their kids up, like they're so grateful. I mean, because like it's like a burden that's taken off their shoulders. Like imagine you got to go to work in the morning, you got to be there at 7, but you got to also be thinking, how do I get my kid to school? How do I pick him up? Now I got to go pay $200-300 when you only making like $1,000 every 2 weeks. You got to pay all this money for childcare. It's like a burden taken off their shoulders. Like I told one parent, she lost her job. I'm like, don't even worry about that shit. I'm like, go get your unemployment and go back to school. I'm like, we're going to help you with your son, with your kids, whatever. We're going to do what we've been doing. When we get food, we're going to bring you the groceries. But don't worry about that goofy shit. Imagine if you by yourself. and you got these children to take care of, to feed. You need childcare, and you just lose your job, and there's nobody there to say, we got you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Jeremy to drive in to come help you out. There's nobody. You just by yourself. That's how people go crazy. That's how you make people crazy. Like, imagine you come home after working all day at a bullshit job, and the landlord stick a note on your door saying, we're gonna kick you out at the end of the week if you don't pay this certain amount. Even though they're lying, but just that stress of coming home after working this bullshit job, and you got to read that shit. Yo, we tell them, don't worry about that shit. You'll fold that shit up and throw it in the garbage. We want to see them come kick you out. And then we help them through the whole process of how they keep their home. Because most of the stuff these people do is illegal. Yo, they're not supposed to call the general secretary handles all of this. They're not supposed to call patients. Who they're not supposed to call to get information on you? The tax people, the landlords.
IRS.
Or the IRS. Your landlord is not supposed to call your IRS and get any paperwork on you, but they forge people's name and they send it to the IRS and they get whatever information that they're asking for. This is illegal. These are illegal practices, but who's going to hold them accountable?
Exactly.
I mean, and then if the people don't know, who's going to help the people to take them to court? These things, you need people in the community to be looking out for each other, to help them. So now this mother, after she sits down, she calms down, like, I was so stressed. I didn't know what I was going to do. Yo, this lady said she was going to kill herself because they was about to take her apartment. She said she didn't know what else to do with herself. I got it on video. She was like, thank you so much, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was going to kill myself. You're taking people homes away, having people starving, not knowing how they're going to make ends meet, makes people crazy. I mean, people not just running out here, they're just crazy. Everybody need mental health. It's the society that we're living in. This society is effed up, man.
Completely.
And if we don't work together, like, it's impossible we're going to survive these savages, because they don't care about us. These celebrities don't care about us. These politicians, these corporations, yo, they will poison all of us and they won't care. They will poison, they will poison our water.
Really
Obama will go on national TV and drink the water and tell us the water cool. I've seen this shit with my eyes. These people don't give a damn about us.
Damn about you.
Until we accept that shit, we in trouble, man. And like, but all we could do is build those institutions. It's a way of life, Jeremy.
Yes, it is, man.
Big facts, man.
I wouldn't change a thing, though. You know what I mean? Everything that's led me to, like, I always tell the story of the day we met was, like, funny as hell. Like, how we met was crazy. We were down in Philly. I'll just tell the story real quick, because I know it was one of your questions, like, how did we ever meet? So there was a call to action in Philly. I don't know if you know who Chairman Paul Birdsong is. He's doing a call to action down in Philly. So I was interested because it was Black Panther there. It was this stuff. They were calling themselves the Black Lions at the time. So we all went down to Philly. And he spoke in front of, like, it was like 100 people packed into this tiny little place just listening.
It was more than 100.
It had to be 150. There was people outside trying to get in, and it was like 5 degrees outside. I mean, it was one of those days where it was fucking cold.
Yeah. And they didn't leave. People didn't leave.
No, they were trying to listen outside. They were trying to actually listen from outside. It was wild. He spoke for 4 hours, and it was great. And I was all into it. And after it was all over, this room full of people that I didn't know, like, I didn't know anybody there. And all of a sudden, I hear somebody yell my full government name. Where's Jeremy Baker? And I just see this bulldog rushing at me. I'm like, oh, man, I'm about to die. And he told me, he's like, I love your content. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We just started laughing, and we've been talking ever since. Then we started doing podcasts together. He invited me out to Newark, and I still think he doesn't even think I was actually going to do it. You know what I mean? Because you know how people are. You'd be like, hey, why don't you come out and check it out? I'd be like, oh, yeah. I'll do that. But no, I actually showed up, and I just fell in love with it, man. Like, I agree with building our own communities, and it doesn't have to be your local community. Like, just pick one. Like Chairman says, like, go where you are needed. You know what I mean? And I feel like, because right now, like the Unity Project, we want to have a physical base of operations. Like, we don't have any, like, we just started. So we're, like, again, resources. So we're going to have our base of operations in Newark. Like, we want to be a donation center. We want to be a place where, like, women could go there's being abused, like domestic violence cases, stuff like that. Help people with that, help people find housing. Like, we did chairman works with the Newark Water Coalition that gives the community free water, free clean water. They have like this really high end filtration system where you can just get your own containers, and they give people all the free water you want. And like we want to build stuff like that, and it is possible, and I think we could really have a shot. It's just like, obviously with anything, getting it off the ground has always been tough, but we're getting there. We've accomplished a lot over the last few months. We got a lot of people involved in the Unity Project now. There's actually I'm trying to find the details, but Donald Trump's supposed to be in Carlisle on the 16th, and we plan on on the 15th, and we plan on showing up to a little civil disobedience is always fun.
Hey, man, you guys remember the Black Panther that faced off with ICE, and he said if they came after him, he would put a hole in their chest? Did y'all see that video?
No.
Yeah, it was like a really viral video.
It was all over social media a few months ago. Like he had a big ass gun in the streets, and he said if ICE agent walked upon him, he would put a hole in them. Safe life, repair, safe whatever.
That's a good video.
But everybody, like it went viral, it went crazy, and some people that were Panthers, that were revolutionaries, were like, he's bringing heat on us by saying he will go at the police, that he got guns. So people were trying to shy away from him. So he had this big little conversation thing where he was going to talk to the people, explain to them what he was about. And that's where me and Jeremy met at. I was watching Jeremy. He was coming on my Facebook feed, and he was doing all this podcast talking about the issues, what was going on. So when I got there, I'm like, if I leave and I don't meet him, I don't talk to him, then I messed up, whatever. Because we need to get the word out. We need to get the word out as much as possible, that we can fight back, and how we can fight back. So I started screaming his name. Is Jeremy here?
On the other side of the room, I was like, oh shit.
I'm like, who is Jeremy Baker? Then he put his hand up.
Chairman's he's intimidating dude, like, because that's how he is. Like when he wants to meet you, he'll just be like, "Come here." I'll be like, "Yo."
So I told him who I was. I told him the work we do in the community, and I was like, "Yo, if you want to come out, if you want to, interview, whatever, please do so." And that's the least you could do. Just reach out to somebody, people that are interested.
Yeah.
And he came out. The police came to my house and locked me up. The police came. They came 6 o'clock in the morning. Remember, I told you we work with the children. I got to pick them up in the morning. Jeremy drove down to come and pick those kids up because I got locked up. To pick them up, take them to the after school, because they put me on house arrest.
Mm-hmm.
But why did they lock me up? Because I don't want anybody to say, like, why they lock them up? I don't know. I know they're doing it where you guys are at too. But they have these tow truck companies that go around towing people cars and charge them crazy amount to get it back. Do they have that in your community? Yeah. So they towed this lady car, and according to the law, you're supposed to put the car down.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to give you $80, like $60, $80 for them to get their car back. The tow truck companies are refusing, because when they take it back to the lot, you got to pay $300 to get it back. So I was out there and I was like, no, put her car down. This is the law. According to the law, you got to put the car down. So I took my car and I blocked them off. I'm like, yo, put the car down. We had words. We went back and forth. The tow truck company went and called the police, and they put out some charges for harassment, whatever. 5 o'clock in the morning. They had the guns, they had the riot shields.
They had a whole team there. It was crazy.
At my door. Once again, you see, I record all of this because we got to highlight and show people what's really going on. They came in at 6 o'clock in the morning and locked me up for harassment. Then the judge put me, they had me for 2 days. Then for me to come home, I had to sign some paperwork that I would be on house arrest. Like, these people are literally working for the corrupt companies in the community. It's like, they're really trying to steal and take everything from the people. And if you stand up to them, they're gonna use the power of the state to come at you. It's predatory democracy. This is not democracy. Like, they're preying on, like, what service do the government offer to the community? Like, you just ask yourself, everything like that we pay taxes for, they're supposed to take care of the school. The school saying shit. They're supposed to take care of the streets. Hey, yo, bro, Jeremy, tell them about the potholes in Newark.
Oh my God, bro. It'll shake your teeth, man. They are so bad.
Yo, when you hit these potholes, your heart sinks.
It does.
You know something broke in the car.
I thought my tire exploded the one day. I was like, oh my God.
No, but it's like these people are doing nothing. They're doing nothing for the people that are paying the taxes here. It's like everything they do is try to take money from you. Like if you leave your car outside and it's street cleaning, yo, I understand giving somebody a ticket for like $35, $40, $50. Yo, to ticket them, tow their car, and expect them to pay like $300, $400 to get their car back. Yo, it's just predatory.
It's like a weekly salary for some people.
Like, why are you doing that? And then, like, every day that the car sits there, it'll accrues more money. And now the tow truck company got a contract with the city, and now everybody just exploiting you, just stealing from you. But because I stood up to the tow truck company, they sent the people to the house. They said, I'm like, go ahead, let's go. Take me. Let's go down to the... I'm like, yo, you here for harassment? Yo, I've been to prison, I told you. I be worried about real crime. I'm not worried about no harassment. I'm like, come on, let's go, bro. I'm like, you think like 2 days going... I did 6 years behind the wall. Like, you think these 2 days going to kill me? I mean, like, and we got to stop being afraid to go to jail. And when I went in there, I started recruiting. I went in there, I started talking that Black Power shit in there. I'm telling them, like, yo, it was kids in there about to go do like 10 years. Like, I'm sitting there talking to them, like, yo, write me when you get down. I'm like, I'm explaining to them, like, it seemed like you about to do a lot of time. I'm like, but if you focus your mind and you do the right what you're supposed to do, I'm like, that shit gonna go by fast. And like, these are kids that are scared, but the average person out here don't get to see this. Don't get to see how they throw these kids away for decades. For BS, for bullshit, stuff that all kids do. Yo, I don't care if you rob somebody. You're not supposed to get 20 years for stealing some sneakers. Like, what are you talking about? It makes absolutely no sense. But this is what they're doing. And they're saying, like, they'll come and they'll say the drug dealers are the ones that's messing up the community. We should give them 20, 30 years, lock up the whole community, break up all these families, and then the landlords, the corporations, the people that are actually committing
robbing us blind.
Nothing. The Epstein file. You got people eating people. Nothing. Nothing is done to them. And then people will tell me, respect the law, obey the. There are no laws. This country is lawless. The only thing they do is come after the people that can't defend themselves. If you cannot defend yourself, they're gonna come after you. The only way we protect ourselves is by working in our communities together. Yep. We do our own paid patrols. We police our own community. Yo, the police pulled this lady over. They looked like they were from like I don't know, somewhere in South America. So I drove past. It was a UMD, like a hospital police. So I drove past and I looked and I saw the lady in there. So I pulled back. I went in reverse and I came back. I was like, yo, you hospital police? He was like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing pulling people over? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? See, no, but in Newark, New Jersey, they can pull people over now. So now we don't only have Newark police, we have the school. We got like 4 universities. They all got police. Then we got the state police. You got the FBI. You got everybody is here. So every corner they're always pulling people over. So I backed up and I told them, I'm like, you're fucking hospital police. Why are you pulling over? You're like, get the fuck out of here. I took my car, I parked that shit, I went on live. I'm like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? I'm like, I can watch you do what you're doing. I'm like, why are you pulling them over? What did they do for you to pull them over? So he called for backup. Backup came. I had the phone up. I like, go ahead, lose your job. I like, do some dumb shit and lose your job because y'all shouldn't be pulling nobody over. Why y'all pulling people over? You can't talk to these people like that. You don't have to be afraid of them. But they probably pulled her over to intimidate her. They probably pulled her over because they saw she was from South America, like they could just do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. But we got to be in a community like, no, you can't pull her over. Yo, when ICE came, ICE ran into a lady with her kids in the car, and the kids had to go to the hospital. They were chasing somebody, and they ran into the car. Yo, I came out the car. The whole community came out. The ICE agent took out the mace. I'm like, yo, I will take that mace from you, and I will mace you.
That was a good video.
But this is the energy we gotta have. Like you can't even chase people. I grew up in Newark when they used to be stolen cars. You cannot chase people. They passed a law. You cannot chase people in stolen cars because it's too dangerous. They used to go hitting people, running people over because they were trying to chase the car. So when I saw the ICE agent, and I remember all of this, I'm like, yo, who told you could chase people in the city? Who told you we do that here? We don't chase people because it's 9 o'clock in the morning. People are going to school. They're going to work. I mean, like, you can confront these savages. And all of them got their face masked up because they're scared. I'm like, my face is not masked up. I want the whole world to see that what you're doing is unacceptable. And they shouldn't be afraid to deal with you. I mean,
even the masks are illegal.
That's the only way. That's the only way you deal with these people, man. You got to show them you're not afraid of them. Because they're wearing the mask because they're ashamed of what they're doing. They know what they're doing is wrong. This is our modern day concentration camps. And it's like the people that we see that are doing nothing is what most of the people have done in history. They could have concentration camp. Most of the people in Germany, they probably knew about it, but they was worried about their jobs. They were worried about being the one being killed. Right now, they're building police cities. It's blocks that they're building new police precincts. Who you think those precincts are going to be for? They're for you. And you're not saying nothing. You're just sitting here watching them. They got a concentration camp. You're not saying nothing because it's not you. I mean, at some point, like you said earlier from that poem, I heard it before too. At some point, it will be you. And you're going to be looking around like, yo, how come there's nobody here to help me? Because you sat there when everybody else was getting persecuted. When everybody was getting shot in the face, you just went to work. Came home, watched Netflix, went to sleep, and went to work the next day. You didn't do nothing. And I'm here. I'm doing all my videos so 100 years from now, people know. Like, these motherfuckers knew. They knew about the concentration camp at Delaney Hall. They ain't give a fuck. So it ain't like people ain't know. They all know. Everybody know about the criminal justice system. Everybody know about the ghetto, how things are messed up. They just don't give a fuck. They care more about themselves. And we need the future to know this shit. We need the future to know. Like, instead of lying to them, like, yeah, people just knew, people ain't better. People are just pieces of shit too. I mean, but hey, man, I'm a revolutionary that say people are piece of shit.
let me ask y'all this before we get down here. I got 3 questions to ask y'all. My first question to y'all is, as public organizers, what was the hardest challenge y'all had to overcome?
Not getting that bag.
Yeah, funding, man. Seriously. This shit is hard, man. Seriously, scraping together just to get, because like I just have to scrape because I don't make money on any of the stuff I do. Like, I don't make money on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok because I think TikTok sucks. You know what I mean? I make a little bit on Facebook. I literally invest every single penny I have going back into it. And it's just, it's been basically just resources has been holding us back. We could do a lot of good work and cause a lot of good trouble. You know what I mean? And really organized.
I read in the 48 Laws of Power when I was in prison. And
good
like
book.
this is the line that got me into thinking and like really working on myself. It's something like the Promethean task for all of us to do is to mold ourselves in the version that we want to be. And yo, that is almost impossible when the whole world is opposite from that. Like I said, like going to college, getting a degree, like getting into a space where I can be making 6 figures, and then having to make that decision, like, no, this is the right thing to do. Yo, that's very difficult. Even my mother told me to shut the hell up and go get the job. She was like, you can fight for the people later. Go get that job. Yeah, like she like my mother don't want to hear that shit. Yo,
Your mom Jamaican?
No, African.
Okay, well, close.
my mother didn't want to hear that shit. But like after a while, it took probably 15 years now for her to see like, yo, I'm really serious about what I'm talking about. I mean, so like that, making that decision, yo. I mean, like I have no life insurance. Like I have no Social Security because like my life is dedicated to serving the community. So like you making a big bet. I mean, like that you're gonna be okay later on in life and not going to go work at those jobs. Because when you retire, Social Security is from like you working. You ain't nobody giving you no check. You ain't had no job. So you got to sit down and really make that decision. I mean, but I'm lucky. I'm fortunate because I have a family that's understanding. Like when I came out of prison, like 90% of people that come out of prison go back because you can't afford to survive out here. There are no jobs. There's nothing out here for you. Yo, I was blessed. I fell into a family that told me go back to college, live out your dream. You want to work with the kids? You're my significant other. You want to work with kids? All right, well, we're gonna fashion our life where we do this stuff with the children, with the community and stuff. Yo, I'm telling you, I was lucky as hell. But having to make that decision where I'm saying I'm not going to use my degrees or anything or go out and go get a job, I mean, like that was hard. I mean, and it's gonna be hard for people to make this decision, but you learn. I mean, like if we create the space, if we make it easy for people, you learn how you can do this, how you can survive, and this is a better life. It's a better life than going to work every day, coming home, going to sleep, and then going to work. That's what most people. You give your life to these companies. By the time you turn around, you're dead. Somebody else got your job. I mean, and you never really lived life. You don't travel. You don't see nothing. You don't go nowhere because you can't afford to go nowhere. You're just working. Yo, I got a friend. He's a manager. He's a manager of Hobby Lobby. Yo, he works 6 days a week. He don't do nothing. He don't see his family or nothing. And like, yo, this is the life you want? I mean, but it is what it is, man.
Once you get involved in this, though, like you want to work harder. Like I hate being home. I would rather be out in the streets doing something. You know what I'm saying? I would, if I could, I would be trying to organize something, trying to help somebody. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, it's a good life. It makes you feel, it makes you feel good about yourself. Like you feel like you're making a positive difference, even if it's just on one person. You know what I mean? That's how we got to think.
And look what I was just talking. I was just talking to you about that. Somebody just called me. I had to mute myself. Yo, somebody's coming to donate clothes and stuff for us to give to the people. This is people just like my phone is going always rings. People want to donate stuff. So he's on his way here now to bring some sneakers, some clothes, all this stuff for me to go out and give out to the community. Yo, and when you're giving it to people, like you see their face, yo, they're happy as hell because they were wondering where they were gonna get sneakers from, where they're gonna get clothes from. Like it's like, but it all comes full circle. I mean, because like I understand, even that sacrifice I made, like it made my life richer. Even me and Jeremy, yo, people sent money down for the gloves. They sent money for the boxing gym, for everything, because he came and recorded and showed them that we needed gloves, that the kids needed it. Other human beings, other individuals, like they didn't send me money. They bought it, they send it. I mean, like what else can you ask for? Yeah. Everything is provided by the people.
Appreciate that. All right, and I got my second question. I got three. Told you I got three. My second question: what is the future for VR podcast and Unity, the Unity movement, the Unity project? What is the future for you guys?
Well, assuming I'm not at some point, I'm sure I'll get arrested. So assuming I'm not in jail, we plan on expanding nationwide and just showing people that one, we're not doing anything illegal. Like, why are we afraid to organize? Okay, none of us. We never promote violence ever.
No.
But you look back at any of my videos, we've never once promoted violence. However, we promote being smart. You know what I mean? We promote like the people have the ability to police themselves. Like I've been on Pig Patrol and Armed Patrol down at Philly with Chairman Paul Birdsong and them down there. It's like the things are possible. So we are willing to take the risk to try and bring as many people together as possible because I think people understand what we're up against. We're also trying to reach people that aren't involved in politics, like different communities, different organizations, all of us coming together for a common cause. So I'm hoping this year I'm able to travel with Chairman. We have a lot of plans for the near future for the rest of the summer, possibly going to the West Coast as well. It's like, you know, I'd like to be doing speaking events where we could really try and bring people into what we're doing because there is a better way of doing things and people just need to open their eyes and realize it and take that risk. And you know what I mean? I never thought I'd be the face of anything, but it just kind of happened to be that way. And, you know, through all the decisions we made, like me and Chairman, I think we've built a great foundation and I've got a lot of really dedicated people that are ready to step up. So like, we're ready to make a stand and show people that we have to fight for our rights. And there are people out there that are willing to risk it to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's dangerous.
Yeah, Jeremy, you gotta stop saying, "Oh man, I didn't believe." Bro, you have.
I'm just humble, dude. Man,
yeah, I know you're humble. Y'all don't be as humble.
I'm always gonna be. I know Chairman says the same thing. I'm just always gonna be this random guy for president. I gotta show people that just like I'm just normal. I'm poor. I'm broke. I don't even have health insurance right now. I don't think. Huh?
You're relatable. I think that's important.
Right. Like we truly represent the people. Like most of the people in America are broke as hell, and nobody seems to stand up for them. You know what I mean? And I saw Chairman doing that for his community, and I'm like, I want to be part of that. So I think just that's what we need to do. We need to look at something, see like that's amazing. How do I get involved in that? And sometimes it's just a matter of reaching out to people. Like we have the power of social media. Send somebody a DM, say I love what you're doing. How can I help? You know what I mean? We have people reaching out to us all the time. Same thing. Like I can't be on the front lines because I have a disability or just I can't afford to. But there's other ways people can help. You know what I mean? Whether it's networking or just reaching out to other people or fundraising or whatever. Like there's a place for you in the movement. You just gotta make that decision.
Yeah. Now and like we supposed to be going to like you said to Cali, but we also got a chapter in DR. So we're supposed to go to DR. And I'm going to Africa in November. I think in November. I don't know, maybe like the next couple of trips. But I want Jeremy, I want people to come out there because I want to build the same thing. The reason why I'm going to Africa is I'm going to see if I could start building the same thing over there, the same communal things over there, bring in resources to get the people there in the community to start doing the same things, working for themselves. So it's like we want to expand. It's the same. I went to DR a couple of times, and the same thing. I talked to somebody that was there, and he started organizing with the kids in the community. Wherever we could go to build institutions, that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you're traveling, going to all these places, I'm telling you, you have fun. I mean, like you said, Bella, you said you from Brazil. Like I wouldn't mind going to build something in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like you said, your family
Yeah.
from Jamaica, right?
Rio's
Yeah, I
one
got
dream
the
spots.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, look, man, I want to go to Jamaica and build something, man.
Let's go.
And it's like it's like you don't have to have all this money. Like when I went to DR, I went and collected all the cell phones, all the old cell phones that people had that they didn't want no more. Yo, when you go to DR, they want those cell phones. All those kids want those cell phones. I went and got them fixed, got the screen fixed, and I took them there. I took probably 100 and something cell phones.
Damn.
I took clothes. I took all this stuff, and I told them, yo, all we want to do is bring stuff for you to help you, whatever you need. All you got to do is like learn how to serve your community, how to serve the people. So there's somebody down there that do all that work, and we just bring him the stuff, and he just serve the kids in the community, whatever. Like you could do this everywhere, like just building these communities of people that are gonna be able to fight back. I mean, like I don't know, but as long as we gonna do this together, that's what we're gonna be doing. And like the other last what you call it, the last show we did together, I told them, yo, we should change our intro every show to show the people what we did every week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cause like every week we're doing stuff. It's not just like we're up here sitting here talking. I mean, every single week there's things in the community that we're doing that you can do too. It's not impossible. Like I don't care if it's basketball. I don't care what it is that you bring the kids in. If you got two people sitting down, you already got an organization. As long as you got two people sitting down doing political education classes, studying and learning, then you add one more person, add another person. That's how it starts. It don't start. The Black Panther Party started with two people. It didn't start with a whole, like everybody came. It starts with like one or two people. And you just grow from there. But if you don't build that infrastructure, you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to just be talking. And we trying to be that infrastructure, that leverage point where people come in like, oh, we could do it another way. We could do it another way. We don't have to do it this way. We just want to be there, like to find these people. Because there's people out there like us. It's people like Bella. You like sometimes you think you're the only one. Like it seems like you're the only one. Like everybody sounds so crazy around you. There are people out there like you. The hard part is just finding them because they have us in all our different silos. But we out here. Bella. I mean, anytime y'all need anything, Ray, you just reach out. Anything happen, you see, test our metal.
I'll come to Connecticut.
Real, and we'll come out there and protest the shit out that school.
I'll come in a heartbeat.
Yeah. No, y'all. I will keep in touch with y'all because, like I said, Jeremy, I love your content, and
Thanks,
Jeremy put me on to you, Chairman Afrika, and hearing your story. And my family is the one that told me about the Black Panther movement. I'm lucky enough to get a little bit of history from them about that, and to see that you with one of the people that started that back up. It was a blessing to hear your story, bro. So, like, for both of y'all to come on this show, man, I am utmost happy about it, and I'm happy to meet you guys for
Yeah,
real,
this was
man.
fun.
Yeah, I got one more question for y'all. I told you
Oh
I got
shit,
three.
that's right. There's
I got
three.
one more, and then we out.
All right.
So this is kind of like a message, all right? So
Uh-oh.
I need a message from both of y'all, and this message I need from y'all is a message to the people in the States on how we can come together, like actually come together. And I know bullshit because throughout the years, let's get together. We're going to come together one day. No, I actually need a legit, thorough message from two public organizers that's always in the street, in the front lines. I need a message from both of y'all.
You go first.
Let me go first, or you want to go first?
You go first. I'm drawing a blank
right.
at the moment.
It's like, I always say, I live for the people, I die for the people. Hey, yo, Fred Hampton said it's a class war, goddammit. You gotta see where you stand in society. You have to, like, we all know, everybody know that the media, everything brainwash people. This is not the first time I'm saying it. Everybody know that. But we all think we're the one that's not brainwashed. Everybody else is brainwashed, but you know everything. You got to study. You got to read. There's no shortcuts, because the things that you need to know are inside of books. And the one book I'm going to tell you to read is Wretched of the Earth by Franz Fanon. This is like, it speaks to you. It's talking to you in the plainest level. It's going to say to you, the last must be first and the first must be last. In other words, the people must be first in society, and those who have been controlling society must be last. There's no negotiation. You can't vote your way out of this. You can't pray your way out of this. He tells you this in the book. And he explains to you, he wrote this book, I think in 1950. Right before he died. And like everything that he's explaining in the book is what we're dealing with. I mean, and if you read that book and you like take it in, you're sincere with yourself, yo, it's impossible for you not to see what you need to do. Yo, they used to call the Black Panther Party used to call this the Revolutionary Bible. I mean, because this book went on Bobby Seale. He was one of the founders of the Black Panther Party. Every time he went anywhere to try to build a chapter, he gave them this book, Wretched of the Earth. Matter of fact, that's the next book we're reading, right? From a political, every Sunday, we have a podcast where we read a book from the past. Like we read like probably like 15, 20 minutes of it. And then we try to compare that, what they're saying in the book, to what we're dealing with today. We just finished reading Miseducation of a Negro by Du Bois. We read the whole book and we talked about it. I mean, so like this Sunday, we're gonna start Wretched of the Earth. If you never read that book, you have to get that book and read it. Because like people think you can just go and pull a lever and just vote your way out of this. Yo, in the book, he says you're dealing with two different species. For them to survive, they must capitalize and exploit you. That's the only way they survive. So there's no negotiation with them about your life. I mean, so like I would implore everybody to grab that book and read it. Because once you've read it and you understand what you read, you will go out and start to build your own organization. Because you will see everything that you didn't see before, all the lies you didn't see. And the first thing he tells you in the book, in chapter 1, you got to be willing to deal with the consequences of that are about to come because of your new awakening, the reality that you now see. I mean, so like if I could give anybody any advice, is go get Wretched of the Earth. I mean, understand the battlegrounds, understand where we at. Go ahead, Jeremy. Follow up, Jeremy.
Fuck. All right.
Yo, you
all right. I guess my message to the people is like, if you want true change, then just action is required. We're not gonna change anything for the better if we're not actually physically out there in the streets. Like it requires us to be out in the streets. We could talk all the shit we want on the internet, but unless we're actually out there doing the work. Which people I think see us now. Like when I started the Unity Project is actually based off. I don't know if you guys know what the White Panthers were. or like the Rainbow Coalition. You know what I mean? That's what the Unity Project's based off of. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to like take the name or, so we just kind of started our own thing. But I truly feel like unity is the only way out. I truly feel like that one word, that was what started me on this whole path 5 years ago. It was that word, unity. And without it, because united, we're unstoppable. We are unstoppable as a united front. If we had millions of people on the same page and everybody willing to just stand up for other people, what's the government going to do? You know what I mean? What's the government going to do?
Nothing.
But if we continue to go down this path of like, going to the next scheduled peaceful protest and not doing anything in between, like I would rather be in ISIS face out of Delaney Hall, you know what I mean? Instead of sitting at home, which sounds crazy, but like action is required. You know what I mean? What level of it, not all of this is dangerous. What we do, like there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people can do that you don't have to be out in the streets. You don't have to be in ISIS face. But at the same time, I think people need to experience it. Like you could go to Delaney Hall and stay on the other side of the street and just watch. You know what I mean? There's areas where you could be safe and still observe. But you need to feel that emotion, what it's like to look ICE in the face and literally just see how fucked up they are. You know what I mean? I think that's another thing too. People need to be angrier. We got to be more pissed off about what's going on right now. Okay. I'm tired of the jokes and the inflatable costumes and you know what I mean? And that it goes back to like when we talked about earlier, when we did that forum of like the black community asking, why is this our fight? I agree. I said no, because like the white community still seems to be making out as a fucking joke. Like people are dying. Black people are being hung. Okay. Lynching is back. The KKK is back. That's what that Patriot Front shit is. That's the new age KKK. Like, what the fuck else do you guys need to see to wake up? And the only way we're going to do it is we got to step up. White people need to step up too. Like, if you're against this, you need to be very much outspoken about it. Okay. Because to me, it's not okay. To me, none of this is okay. I was raised better. I grew up in the Army. You know what I mean? Like, I got to experience a lot as a kid. And when you live in Army housing, man, as you grow up in a very diverse environment, you know what I mean? You go to the schools are all on military bases and you see these kids all the time. You spend time with their families and stuff like that. Like, again, hate is taught, but it also can be untaught. Like, I think there's got to be a lot of deprogramming and some patience at the same time, but we got to be more aggressive about what we're doing. Okay. This lobbying Congress and organizing parties and all this bullshit, that's not going to do nothing. We got to be out in the communities, doing what we can to make this thing better, to somehow fight back, but it's got to be united. Yeah. Otherwise it's all for nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to unite. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is the Random Shuffle. I'm your host, Ray Swaby. We thank you so much, Jeremy Baker, aka the Radical Left Thug, and Chairman Afrika. Jersey, shout out, Tri-State, we in the building. Hey, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna be dropping this soon. Peace and love, y'all.
All power to the people.
Yes.
That was fun. I haven't talked that much in a long time.